なんかすごく優しくてこちらとしてはそんなつもりないけどいやバレてんじゃんてか聞こえてんじゃんそれ頭の中お花畑だとか少女漫画だとかもなんだってどうだっていいそう今すぐ君に会いたい君に会って確かめてみたい世界のことわり愛の定義幸せのカテゴリーまだまだ君を知りたいこんなセリフからでもないけどどんなにカッコつけよってだって始まりゃしない君じゃなきゃ意味がない心は君への迷路考えすぎて道が分かれて右だ左だ全部シャレとスパイもなんだってどうだっていいそう今すぐ君に会いたい君に会って確かめてみたい世界のことわり愛の定義幸せの過程知りたいこんなセリフからでもないけどどんなにカッコつけよってだって始まりゃしない君じゃなきゃダメみたい君じゃなきゃダメみたい
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Training Mode Network. If you are new to TMN, we are a beginner and intermediate focused fighting game community. We run tournaments nearly every night of the week and community events on Saturdays. There will not be a community event this Saturday because I will be out of town, as well as there not being BB Tag on Monday, Grand Blue on Tuesday, and Guilty Gear Exard on Wednesday next week because, again, I am out of town those days. We will still have Guilty Gear Plus R on Thursday. And then I forgot to put the picture up for this. We will have, I didn't save it. Anyway, we're doing a TMN versus MLM, which is Kasha and Chains. They used to run a lot of net play brackets during the delay days. They have ran some events since rollback. Very good players, very kind players. I love them. We are going to be running a TMN versus MLM, which was their mid-level exhibition series. A lot of the players are better than about mid-level now, but we got some players who are better than mid-level too. So it should be a really fun time. It's in Blaze Blue, going to be on the 16th at 12 p.m. PST, 2 p.m. CST, 3 p.m. EST. I am joined tonight on commentary by Toito. Good evening, Toito.
Hello, hello. Good evening, Doug.
Nah. I actually completely forgot to get commentators for tonight because I'm so used to always having them already lined up. Like Deadward's there, and then I have like one other person, like usually Ivy, and then Deadward is taking break from commentary tonight, so from commentary for the rest of the year. So I was like, holy, I did not get anyone tonight. So thank you, Toito, for stepping in.
All good, all good.
We have a 25-person bracket tonight. A lot of our best players entered tonight, so let's have a good time. But first up, we are going to have Phil Swifty versus Light the Iron Man. So this will be Mai versus Tsubaki.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, this is a rematch of when we ran our TMN BBB bracket.
That was actually THK. That wasn't Light.
THK? Gotcha.
Yeah, but same matchup.
Same characters, though, yeah, for sure. But I'm interested to see kind of how some of this stuff will play out. I don't think I've gotten the chance to see Light play, if I am remembering off of my reserves.
Light has been playing a lot more lately than he used to, since he stopped running his the Mild West tournaments. So his Mai is coming along pretty well. And obviously Phil has been working his ass off. on Tsubaki, so I'm excited to see these two play. I think these two will be a good fight.
Right now, though, it looks like Light's really managing to take a lot of these interactions in their favor thus far here.
This is the matchup I think of as you can't fuck with my reversal kind of thing. Both their reversals very strong.
Yeah, for like very different reasons too. I would take a while kind of listing off like why each of them are interesting in different ways, but learning how to cover for them and kind of handle some of the interactions is really critical here.
I like that roll there.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're good. So that's kind of one of the big things with Tsubaki's DP in particular. It has really low invuln frames, but that thing is active as all hell. This thing will hit you super late. So it can lead to some, like, odd interactions here and there. For the time being, though, Light's been able to maintain a pretty good offense here. Okay, while that DP did not go as expected, getting the burst out of Light's pretty big. If Phil is able to just last a little bit longer to delay for their OD, that could have gone very differently there. But Light ends up getting the kill before any of that could happen.
I could see Mai being frustrating for Tsubaki. Just because, go back to characters, like, probably just thinking things through right now.
Oh, for sure.
But I can see her being frustrating just because she has similar reach while getting more reward without the level up, not the level up, but having to get stocks and stuff.
So, in some ways, like, dealing with Mai can be aggravating because you look at tools like 5XC where she, like, sticks the spear out. She has a lot of tools kind of like that which enable her to cover space pretty aggressively. And, yeah, without stock, Tsubaki is kind of a little bit below her in the damage race depending on the hits. So sometimes getting the engagements can be awkward, and then you have to deal with a lot of the lunges, and it can be a little tough. So
I can also see Mai's projectile being hard to deal with because, you know, Tsubaki a lot of times, if she's not directly approaching, she wants to be charging to bait the opponent into doing something, and she can't do that with Mai's projectile.
Yeah, in some ways, it's a little. Mai's projectile is one of the weird ones here. Okay, this OD is not going to work out super well. 5C Fatal. Let's see what combo we get off of this. Looking good. Oh, spends a meter for 4K. Okay, this is looking nice here. Oh my god. Dash into backflips, I feel so... Whenever a my player does that to me and they bait something out of me, I'm like, I have failed my father, I have failed my mother, I have failed my entire prior
The bloodline is over.
It's like I have sinned in God.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
It's so bad. We're not getting the dowry or nothing. Oh no. Alright, doing decently. The reversals are starting to come through in a bit more situations here, but I think Phil is not necessarily used to Mai's Gatling series. So for those that are kind of newer to dealing with Mai, or like, I hate this character or whatever, Mai doesn't have traditional Gatlings. She has specific strings, kind of like a traditional 3D game like Tekken or something, for example. So if you're not used to, like, what strings that she has and what they go into, like the overhead right there, you kind of get opened up a lot. And that's sort of the, like, sort of the 101 on there. We'll talk about it a little further here. We're kind of seeing some decent neutral from both players. Okay, managed to block it out.
Oh,
really good! Okay, nice! Good EA. I like this. Alright, sends them to full screen. Alright, using the ball in order to get some screen positioning is solid. But yeah, the lunge ends up taking it there.
Whew. I think Phil is gonna look at that and be like, "Oh, I did so poorly. I didn't hit any of my combos." I think you did a good job, Phil. I think that was.
I really did solid.
Yeah, I think you definitely showed a knowledge of how to deal with certain things, even if it didn't totally work out. And I think some of the situations you made dive with quite a bit, which is very important against Mai. So
yeah, getting around the dive. Yeah, the dive stuff was super good to be able to kind of move around there. One thing that is important to note when it comes to a lot of my strings. So after she does the let me double check on Dustin to make sure I'm not telling lies, but I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering this properly. After Mai does the like a button into 5C where she sticks out the spear, it's the one that's like really obnoxious spacing wise. She has very limited mix-up options from there because she basically has like she only has overheads or mids from there. The messed up part about that is that one of the overheads is +7, and so that could be a time. But kind of knowing and recognizing some of those strings is really helpful for getting past that initial layer. Otherwise, you kind of get beaten up. It's a little weird because traditionally you're used to just kind of, you know, block low, react high.
Yeah.
But due to the speed of a lot of Mai's overheads from just like that are cancelable, you really want to pay attention to the gatlings that are leading into certain stuff. So that will kind of help you figure out some other things. And then when the Mai players are really good, then they start doing command dash into like TRM setups, and that's when things get crazy.
Okay, well, up next we have Generic Name Brand versus Evolution, who are two players who generally do pretty well in our brackets, but this is not a good matchup for Azrael, right?
This matchup is annoying. So I'm friends with Chaotic, and he loves this matchup. He's not entirely a masochist. But it's one of those matchups that really forces Azrael to be precise, I think is the best way to put it, with like his movement and how he kind of operates around the screen. Right now, though, getting some initial big hits is looking pretty good. It should be another weak point here. Oh, no!
I think one of the things Generic Name Brand often struggles with when I see him play in our brackets is he, also, I love this Daisy 9-color. He just doesn't have the best understanding of a lot of the other characters. Like, he has a really good understanding of 9 and what she's supposed to be doing, but just has to clean up some of those, like, matchups you don't see a lot. So, good to do that in bracket. It's a good place to do it.
Yeah, getting your matchup experience in bracket is... It can be a little weird. Sometimes it's like very frustrating because it's like I'm stressed, I have all these kind of emotions running through, but sometimes the trial by fire is how people kind of like get through it and just kind of force themselves to just push harder.
I think a bad matchup can still be fun.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about how it's a bad matchup. Probably Azrael's worse than you. I think a bad matchup can still be fun if you have an avenue to still play the game. You know, like a lot of, like I would say like a lot of Arcune's bad matchups, it's like you just can't play. But except when you are playing and you're fucking gaming, but
yeah, and it's funny because like when we look at Aracune, and I think a lot of people getting new into Blaze, we look at him and go, how in the world does he have a bad matchup? This character is like so stupid, this and that. Then you watch this character play against Rachel or S and you go, I see.
Oh, that is what happens.
You're like, oh wow. Yeah, 9 is a tough matchup for Azrael. I think some people view it like as like Izanami or Izioid being like the hardest ones, but that's like... I can see
Izua. That character never has to commit if she doesn't want to.
That character's so sick.
That character's
so strong, she's so cool.
She's awesome, but fighting her is annoying. She's also one of my character's worst matchups, so I can understand. Yeah, she's very bad for Mu. So is Mai. Okay, we can get a big hit here, though. Teleport's out of the corner. Nice chase on the teleport, though.
Yeah, Evolution's been looking really hard for certain options. So, for example, in the corner, we've seen them go for a lot of these like air throw attempts there, but Namebrand's honestly just been sticking to trying to kind of teleport. But the 5Ds and the 6Ds have been really tough for them to deal with here.
And if you don't know like which way what Azrael is hitting you with, it's really hard to know how to defend against it, because Azrael I think has like pretty weird ways to defend against this stuff. Not weird, but like unintuitive.
It takes a little bit to kind of realize what's going on. So for example, like it's actually very funny. I was talking about this with Fantas literally today. We were talking about like knowledge checks and stuff in Blaze Boost. So like knowing to IB Gustav or knowing where you can actually fuzzy jump and where OD is viable is really, really important. So that jump right there on the 6D is actually quite good. I don't think they got the barrier block, which is why they got hit. Good block on the 6D. That was eating them up earlier. And this, not going to be able to finish. They had to RC there, but this should be okay. They have enough stocks for either a reversal super or just a meterless reversal. Reversal super is going to come up, but baited! Oh no! Okay. Oh my, that was nasty.
I feel like Phalanx is pretty good in this, right?
Yeah, and with some of the options that Namebrand is presenting, Growler, speaking of which, wow, yeah, TK Growler, Jesus Christ.
Evo's been on the grind set, yeah.
Yeah, TK Growler can be kind of tough to pull off. So, like, for context for those viewing, if you don't know, you're essentially doing a dash input, and then you're doing, like, a TK214B. Like, combined with it.
It's a pretty high APM input.
Yeah. But yeah, Growler in certain instances can be very good, especially if the 9 is, for example, like, using, like, the electric ball Amethyst, and they're not really positioning themselves to throw a normal before it. It's really effective at shutting out a lot of that stuff. And I think Name Brand was very used to using God Hand the moment they were kind of pushed to full screen. And Evolution was really smart and on the ball with recognizing that and just deciding to just sit there like, okay, I'll wait. And then just raising the hands and immediately throwing out Phalanx.
Yeah. And, Generic caught on really quickly to what they could challenge and what they couldn't. But, in the first to two, and how much Asriel damage, it can be hard to adjust to that.
Yeah, you got to play it pretty fast. But just kind of noting, like, especially like the 6D, a few mash attempts that were working out a lot better, we could see some of those adjustments playing out, and that's really awesome.
Okay, so up next we're gonna have Wary versus Prince Waka. So Wary. Okay, where's Spoon cheaper than change the whole fence? There it is. Okay, let me get the green screen working. Sorry, Wary, intentionally chooses the stage. He knows I have a green screen on. No, Wary, you can play. It's funny. And then I just put a picture of a dog that says Spoon cheaper and change the whole thing.
Oh, I think that crossed up right there from Phoenix. Let's see, goes for dive knockdown. 6A there is going to whiff. DP comes out from Wary. Alright, burst to get them in the corner there. But, ooh, trying to aggress a little bit. That wake-up Blood Scythe was violence incarnate. I'm not gonna lie. That was nuts. Purple throw, too? You are not a kind person. Oh.
We are going back to the days of TMN Yore, when everyone won with a purple throw. Okay,
purple throws are one of those things that everybody likes. They just change color.
So Waka has recently come back from a break from the fighting games and the game,
Right.
and he is a completely self-taught Hibiki. So you'll see him do a lot of things that you're not going to see any other Hibiki do.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get cooked by Steam names, PSN names, it doesn't matter what console. People always have Discord names and their actual tags be something completely different.
Yeah. This is Prince Waka, different from Akka. And Akai. Yes. We have Akai, Akka, and Prince Waka.
Oh no, this is bad. Okay, that EA should be able to kill there. Okay, that's great. Because I was about to say, because most of the time throws combo directly into Astrals. I don't know if they misinput Astral in that situation there. Alright, J3Ds, we're kind of sticking it out in neutral here real quick. Whoa! Did you see that?
No, I was looking at the bracket. What happened?
So like I think it was like the JC whiffed on Ragnar going for 2A there. That was a weird thing.
Ragnar 2A stays privileged.
Oh my god, another purple throw.
Bro!
Okay, we're teching. We're not doing push-ups. We are not working out today.
Well, we're doing less workout than we were.
Less workouts from before. Alright, not gonna be able to kill off of this, but next knockdown is looking pretty clean. Oh, okay. Gets the DP, properly crosses up for that. Should be able to kill off of this here. You're gonna see an Astral? Yay!
Yeah.
Nice!
Wary, the king of the BM Astral. The optimal BM Astral.
The optimal. It was more like they could have killed earlier. They could have killed on the Astral a couple hits ago. I'm not.
Wary is a student of Squidward's taunt theory. Have you ever heard of Squidward's taunt theory?
I have very strong opinions.
Yeah, so Wary has talked extensively in our server with Squidward about taunt theory. So if that gives you an idea.
I see.
Yeah.
Alright, solid start from Waka here. Trying to look for the delay tech. Catches it with the Yazuna drop here. And these are a lot of wake-up blood sites. I don't know if Waka is aware of it, but it's not like frame 1 invo. You can just media on that situation, but I think Waka is kind of getting scared of eating a DP, and so Wary feels very free in terms of just going for a crazy blood site there. But Hibiki 2C can also anti-air it pretty consistently there. So I think if they just kind of ease up a little bit, they'll be fine. It's kind of one of those things where it feels like a deer in headlights moment, where you're like, oh my god, my opponent's doing this. What the heck?
What the heck? Ooh, I like that tick throw.
Oh,
yeah, see, so you'll see, that's the kind of, that was a planned mix-up. He just makes shit up.
I see. Burst should be coming up soon, but not at all from Wary there. Probably was worried about a burst bait. But yeah, I see what you mean with some of the resets and stuff here. Yeah, again, it's kind of like one of those things, you know, we're in a first to two environment, and it can be tough to deal with somebody throwing out a lot of unconventional mix very quickly, especially if you're not necessarily used to a specific character. It's funny, for all that we kind of mentioned with a little bit of the taunt theory stuff, Waka feels relatively unfazed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if booting this up, if I saw, oh no, if you told me the two players most likely in this bracket to purple throw each other, it'd be these two.
Really?
Yeah, these two are purple thrower extraordinaires.
Oh, so it goes.
The Mountain Dew hit sparks go hard. True. Monster energy.
Alright, looking good thus far with the knockdown. Probably went for, I think that was 2-2C to check for like a roller delay.
These 5Bs to bait the up back on Wake Up are paying out for Wary right now.
Oh, that CT was really good. I'm surprised that they actually needed OD to kill there, to be honest. But yeah, the 5Bs have been really effective. Ragna 5B is like my bi-weekly reminder to not hit 4-4 too much in neutral, because oh my god. This is a travesty, a tragedy, any other synonyms that you may have on hand. This is everything unfortunate. DP's on the throw there, goes for the 2-1-4 immediately afterwards. Alright, should lead to a good knockdown here, or they can opt to reset. Alright, looking good here. Let's check the wake-up option. That recovers in time?
That's crazy. Maybe he just did it like early.
I never considered that.
It might not be like it might have not been super meaty.
Yeah, if it was, if that was meaty timing, that's actually frankly nuts.
Frankly absurd. Lucy, get on this.
Yeah.
Lucy will lap
Waka
this.
Waka can back off a little bit here. 60 seconds left on the clock, but nice bait right there. Using a bit more of the J2Ds after they were using a lot of J3Ds to bait out some of the 5Bs from Wary here.
I like those Rising J's.
Yeah, they're very good.
I think that's something that like any character can do. No one really has a bad JA, and it's something that can immediately like up your game is doing Rising JA like anti-air.
Funny enough, Ragna, speaking of which, right there, speaking of Ragna right there, has one of the best JAs in the game. Ragna JA is such an absurd defensive air-to-air. It's like really... Speaking of beating people in the air, that 6A hit reverse, not able to... 6C goes into the J2 through 6A. Oh, this is going to look really dicey. RC's just a hair late. Oh my goodness.
Dying for your hubris moment.
There's a lot going on here. Jesus.
Beginner brackets, am I right? We got some interesting ideas.
Yeah. One thing that is important to note is kind of like as you go up in the ranks, and I use ranks very loosely with Blaze, but really just as you improve, there's a lot of situations in which it's a lot better to still take the guaranteed damage rather than opt for certain mix-ups in certain situations. There's a level of volatility is the best way to put it that occurs sometimes when you try to opt for things. So like for example, off of like the Hibiki throws, like I definitely get it. In some situations, it's cool to go for like a weird little mix up and catch your opponent off guard. Totally can't knock that or whatever. But it's good to also make sure that like if things are kind of going wrong, or if you want to secure and extend your leads if you have them, to kind of have some of that routing down. Because Hibiki's Oki after Azuna drop is still pretty good. Like he can still run a few mix ups afterwards. It's kind of just like on mastering and locking down some of the Oki situations, because Oki in BlazBlue is pretty good. It's not Guilty Gear level. You're not gonna suddenly get some crazy mix off.
Yeah, you're not eating a 4-way into a mix up, like 4 mix ups in a row. But yeah, unfuckable.
But you know,
okay. He changed his name, and then it didn't change on Steam. But this is Moz versus Everthus.
I thought it was not Moz. Gotcha.
AKA the Big M. Okay, so we got... I actually don't know much about this MU. I know Everthus has been on the grind set. Everthus a very good intermediate Hazama. Made second the first tournament they entered with us, so I'm excited to see them back.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not tell you kind of the ins and outs of this matchup necessarily, but kind of on like a basic level, messing around with chains in order to bait out growlers is kind of like an interesting concept. I'm curious to see if that'll come up or if that won't be relevant. But the other thing to talk about in this matchup is that Azriel has a slew of like 5 different anti-airs that he can opt to use. And,
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
that likes approaching in the air. It's not great for Hazama.
You have to think really heavily about how you're approaching. I also would think that Hazama's stance pressure isn't especially good against Azriel.
Yeah, well, stance pressure in general is pretty limited. So, for context, this is how you beat up your Hazama friends if they're learning a character. The moment Hazama goes into stance, even after 2-1-4 like B, you can just like up back. You can just up back and hold there.
Well, I said that not because I think stance pressure is good, but because Everthus is a big stance pressure enjoyer.
Oh yeah. So if you just up back when stance comes out, it's super good. The only thing that Hazama really has to beat it is starting to go for like B follow-ups, and B follow-up on a regular block if you decide to just sit there and block is bad, shall we say. So it is not necessarily in his favor if you show that knowledge there. 6A connects, but no confirming no tension. That's surprising.
He has been, last couple times I've seen him play, he's been super consistent about the 6A Hotenjin. Probably just wasn't ready for the confirm there.
It happens.
A little early in the bracky.
Better to not have the option. Okay, this is looking good. Not quite there. Maybe a proration thing. I'm not sure if that was like more so the combo scaling a little too much. Out of stocks here, so pretty limited movement, and Maz is really trying to capitalize on that here. Solid blocks. Gustav's to get out of the corner, and there's a good mash on the stance. Alright, this should be one more mix in death. Everthus just going to go for the CA there, smart play. And if they play it safe, they should be able to, at minimum, not able to finish up the combo there. DP from afar! Jesus! Right.
That was a clutch DP.
There are like so many things that keep happening where it's like, okay, like this is fine and dandy, this is all good and regular, and then a thing happens, and you're like, ah! There's so many jump scares.
Yeah, jump scare bracket. Pretty common.
Seriously. How's this how it goes?
Hey Matt,
how do you feel about this matchup so far?
I think Maz is doing a really good job. There aren't too many anti-airs, but Maz is doing a good job keeping Everthus honest in his pressure. Like, not letting a lot of the fake stuff get off, so Everthus really has to fix his pressure to, not fix it, but adjust his pressure to keep, not only locked down, but also keep him non-mobile, because, you know, a big thing about him is he's pretty, Azriel is he's pretty, lacks mobility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate that they got the IB on the Gustav, so they could have challenged with the 2A there, but it looked like they didn't recognize it, so they tried to up back and got locked down a bit, but resultant situation is looking quite good for them. I mean, getting 3.7k and catching the roll is quite nice. I like
that roll catch.
Alright, Everthus is going to end up in the corner here. This is really awkward. No stocks available. Finally got them back, but there are 2 weak points upon you, my friend. You will be eating a lot of damage on
Double weak pointed up on a Wednesday night. Ooh.
Oh. You just did wake up command ground. Jesus. Alright, should be able to kill off this, actually, if they get the 623D. Alright, nice. That's really good combo awareness there. I think that was insane to go for wake up command grab, but there's some times where you just need to ball out. I understand that.
Everthus is also an enjoyer of the super command grab.
That one's really good. That one's super good, cool. Especially like as a surprise. I think one of the problems that they may run into for this matchup, not that we've seen it from Maz a lot, but Azriel's ability to kind of like IDJB on a lot of opponents' wake-up options and kind of option select for a couple things, make it a nightmare to do your reversal command grabs. Hi, I'm the bullet player that suffered for a while because of that specific situation.
Speaking from experience. That didn't confirm. Experience. That was a little far out.
That is tragic. Oh yeah, just a little too far out there. Wow, 3C caught really late there. Should be able to kill with oh okay, opts for this. Nice. I was gonna say they could have gone for TCL into Blackhawk Stinger, but still managing to clean it up with the RC 236Ds there.
Yeah, I do think knowing like your optimal super routes is good. I don't does RC hurt your meter gain in this game? Like it does
yes. So whenever you spend meter, you are put in a state of meter cooldown for a period of time. So you decrease your meter gain for a short period of time. This is a secret reason why Jin OD is very stupid, because he doesn't have meter cooldown and he has.
He has meter cooldown for his EX moves. That sucks.
Yes, but when he's an OD, that is not a thing.
OD Jin is the win con, bro.
That is why when he clicks OD and does 3 EX moves, that's why he gains meter like pre-nerf Android 17. For all my Dragon Ball
that character
friends.
still gets crazy meter. It's the only reason he can be on. I think if they had not added the level 3, level 1, level 3, he would be like not anchor viable now. But because they did, he could just build his meter up and get like level 1, level 3 and kill you.
When I looked at those power blitz confirms, I was like, this character's meter skyrocketing. Jesus Christ! Also, good job, Moz. We gotta talk about. Sorry, we got distracted talking about a different video game. But
I've been playing so much Dragon Ball lately, so Dragon Ball on the brain. Okay, well, Moz takes that to play the winner of S0 and Evolution next. So next up on stream, we're gonna get Uncrustables and Easy Susan.
Oh, this should
so
be
this will be Akka and Easy Susan, which will be Tsubaki Susan. Now, Susan, no. Now, as we know, Akka is the Susan Slayer. Every Susans hate him. The snakes fear him.
And people love them regardless.
I love Akka.
But yeah,
Akka's my good.
I haven't seen. When was the last time I saw Akka played was when it was like a couple weeks ago at a Boston Blue Beat bracket. Oh my goodness, alliteration. I know.
You chose this.
I know. We just see the name was there, and it's a long story.
Okay, we'll hear it one day.
But yeah, they had played against Ryuka-Sim, and Ryuka-Sim went Tao, then they beat the Tao, then Ryuka-Sim went Hakumen, and then they beat the Hakumen. It was like a pretty big upset. I
think Akka, like, honestly, he just has some problem matchups. I think he probably is too good to be in this bracket anymore, much like Quetzalcoatl. But I think he just like, and that's, you know, part of the reason intermediate brackets exist. But I think Akka just has some problem matchups that have kept him from graduating yet.
Yeah, and BlazBlue can be like that, especially when you're kind of in that in between or kind of at that like intermediate level where you're like, all right, well, like I know how the game functions, but I look at this character, they look at me funny, and I die, and I hate it.
Badlime in the chat says, "Oh, Akka is playing. What a guy! That's your son, Badlime." That's the teenager of the Akamli, of the Tsubaki family.
Oh, I see.
It's much like the Jamly in Guilty Gear Xrd. There are eras to the Tsubaki grind set.
Truly.
So, one thing about Easy Susan that I think is impressive is Easy Susan's, their neutral is a little not there sometimes, but and their pressure, they will go for the same thing until they get a hit, and then they'll just expend all their resources until they get a hit, which I think can be an issue. But his combo routing, his optimization on combos is wild. He is really good at that. So that is one of his big strengths of the player.
I see.
And Akka is also a really good optimizer in his combos, so. We almost got everything unlocked. We're just waiting on Sword.
Well, basically, honestly, nah, Sword wouldn't have enabled the kill. Actually, okay, maybe Sword would have enabled the kill.
This is a good kill. Oh no, that didn't kill yet.
Yeah, if he had Sword and Orb are like.
Okay, now this kills if he doesn't get bursted. No? What's the...
Oh, this is awkward. Somebody click on the. Okay, never mind. He died. It's fine. It happens. Okay, moving forward here, playing out the neutral a bit, and I thought that was really good from Easy Susan to kind of capitalize on Akka backing off and getting stocks. It's one of the like Tsubaki, I guess, basics that you kind of deal with, or just other resource characters, where if they're willing to give up space and charge their resource, take up the space like you're looking for real estate, because you really want to reduce their escape options and make it harder for them to navigate around. I say this while Akka, unfortunately for Susan, has a hit and is working on a perfect, but still, it is very important.
One of the big things I'll say, and I think while this is more true for Guilty Gear, one of the things that was told to me in Guilty Gear once was, in Guilty Gear, assume every character having the corner as their win condition. And that is pretty much the same for this game.
In some respects, it's like there's a lot of nuance about it, but I don't want to write a paper in terms of commentary. Jesus Christ, Aka's getting it.
Oh my god, fucking Dragon Ball combo over here.
Jesus. Alright, that's going to prorate a lot, not going to deal a lot of damage. I wonder if they actually fall out. They try to go for the air throw because of that. That was funny.
Yeah, like I told you,
out, but I see.
Optimization station over here.
Yeah, good ball from Aka in order to catch the wheel there. A bit risky, because it will still... recovery on it's pretty large. JA connects, but no follow-up there. That could have been really big for Susan to get some early momentum, but level 1 wheel unlock is still good as a... just kind of as another way of throwing out a different special and pressure. Susan, however, trying to push a little too fast right there is getting caught. Jesus, why did that cross under? I have not seen that. that was
Aka, gross. When he hears there will be cross unders at the function...
Truly.
He loves cross unders. He loves the 3C cross under 2B.
Should play Hibiki a little bit though. That character does like really cool dash under barrier 2BBs.
He does like has tried Hibiki. He played in bracket once and made top 8.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Aka loves those normal guys.
This is looking pretty good. Should be able to kill off of this entirely. Good adjustment actually for the corner position and using the double wheel there. That was nice. Alright, and this is going to be a dead Tsubaki.
I thought you were going to say Susan. I was like, but then they do have the same syllables starting their name.
It is, when we call one Susan, we call one Tsubaki. It's easy to get mixed, yeah.
Okay, let's see how the bracket's progressing. Okay, Evertha's and Maddie playing for top 8 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, and then S0 beat Evolution 2-1. Nice job, Evolution. That's an ass matchup.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad matchups, we'll go on to fight Maz in winner semis, and Quetz beat Wary Coolio. We'll fight the winner of this in winner semis.
Oh, cool. Yes, if we see a Susan mirror, I just know that the Susan players will be in pain. They all hate that mirror so much. It's very funny. 5B, but as a character with whiff cancelable normals, the RPS on OD is a little different than usual. It's really important to know when you're dealing with characters like Tsubaki or Hibiki that you're often forced to either go straight into EA or into your character's reversal when you pop OD and they whiff a certain normal. Otherwise, you'll get clipped like that for trying to punish the 5B whiffs.
Does 6A for Tsubaki have a whiff cancel?
No, it is not whiff canceling.
Okay, yeah, so like if she goes for 6A, that's a free OD punish.
Big OD point, yeah, for sure.
That was optimization station.
Yeah, that was a quick movement into you're just dead, buddy. Yeah, normally 5A, 6A just goes into like 5CC. Most people will just go into a great 3C. Jesus. So it's even if you just decide to regular block it, Tsubaki's not really doing much afterwards.
Yeah. But why did you wake up with that?
That was a DP. That was a
okay.
Microdash 60, that was a misinput DP.
Okay,
I know this. I've seen this. I've seen this before.
I don't know. Every time Aka does something, I assume it's intentional because he just does he did wake up Mugen on me once, like totally intentionally. He's like, it has one frame of invul.
It can be hard to tell in some brackets because some players are just like nutty or they want to try out something. Other times, like they get a misinput and it's like it's almost a game show, frankly.
Yeah, but something like that where it's like a microdash 60, it's like it's 623. That's probably what was happening. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Even on rounds, Aka needs to take this round to stay in the game, not be good with the losers. And loser looking like a shark pool down there. So you want to keep this winner's run right now.
For sure. 6A connects. We were just talking about that earlier. Goes straight into the 5CC. This is going to look pretty good. Should be able to charge a little bit for the stock, no?
Susan has no unlocks right now, so it's looking pretty dire.
Momentum not in their favor. No meterless reversal available. Just barely has the meter for a counter assault, but that'll spend everything they've got. They immediately go for it. OD's about to be on the table. Run up 6D! You want to kill, huh?
We are feeling violent tonight.
Burst bait doesn't go successfully. Susan's got potentially a huge OD to swing the momentum of this round.
OD is really good for Susan. I feel like it's one of the better. It's not like the best like Arcune OD, but I feel like it's one of the better ODs in the game.
Yeah. It's funny, but I talk about Arcune OD if it ever comes up. That's a whole essay, I swear.
We do have Hollow in the bracket tonight, so if Hollow makes top 8... Oh no, Hollow lost to Maddie, sad. Rip.
DP ends up connecting, not fully though. This is awkward. Okay, they're gonna have to block the swords here, but not really much mix available. ODs, they did not believe in the 5B. 5C whiffs, they go for EA, and we are in another situation. OD's about to end for Aka, but that's 3 stocks available, and they immediately
sent that DP like frame 1. That was like the frame he woke up.
That was like,
like
before,
the third
mind
frame.
you, this was before Susan was like in range. They were like, "You're gonna be here in 5 minutes," and I know you. So
I
we're gonna
know your location. I have missiles on their way to your location.
They will follow in my wake, and the dive is inbound if all else fails.
I have my security breach, the security failsafe.
Truly. 5A, really good there. Even eating the EA is honestly fine. You deny Susan so much of, like, so many possibilities by just kind of, like, eating it there. I think that's fine. 2C whiffing, great OD. Both players have been really good at ODing on, like, super high recovery moves. That's awesome from both of them.
Yeah, also another thing, like the Rising GA I think I was talking about, another thing that can immediately up your game is just, like, if you see a move that looks high recovery, just OD it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super tempting to burst, like, I just got hit by 6B, for example. Like, I want to leave, but Overdrive is such a powerful tool because it's the inverse of kind of like bursting in Guilty Gear, where successful bursting gear gives you some of your burst back. Even if you fail with an OD and the interaction doesn't go in your favor, you get 30% back.
Especially for a character like Tsubaki or Susan, like, getting an OD, even if you don't get the reversal of it, can be very powerful.
Yeah, we say that right as we see another defensive OD to close out the round.
My OD practices are, oh, I'm in neutral, oh, I'm about to win, I pop OD and I make it Toho.
Yeah, Mu OD is like a whole thing.
Yeah, because like her regular combos don't work with it, so you have to like learn special combos.
Yeah,
so
I've been seeing...
Yeah.
I've been talking to Cadenza, and every now and then they'll just like post it. It's in a different Discord. Every now and then they'll post like an absurd like OD Mu combo, and I'm like, hey, maybe you should tell like these players this that like are really good Mu players. And they'll be like, you've never seen this before, and I'm like, huh?
Cat is my goat. They are such a grinder. They go hard on the tech finds. They always send it to me too. I'm like the first person that gets it.
Oh, that's good then, actually. You got some pretty good deliveries. Don't take their manga recommendations, but steal their tech.
It's their manga. They want some trash.
They want some trash. I can't. Oh, okay. I can't spend all my time focusing on this. I'll rag on my friends too much. Pun unintended. But this is looking pretty good. Unable to get the 6A there. Another 6A comes out. Good block from Easy, but the hammer comes out. Really awkward situations here for the conversions, but those JCCs, Aka's been putting a slight delay on them, and they've been smoking Susan thus far.
And this is final game, final round.
Yes.
These two are extremely evenly matched.
Yeah, closest set that we've had tonight thus far. Alright, 2B connects, no follow-up, however. A couple of scratches, but these are adding up for Susan here, and due to the lack of seals, their kind of ability to mount a comeback is going to be tough. Rolls out. This is looking pretty good here. JC. 6B. Alright, let's go. And they've been really on the ball with looking for some of these delay techs from Aka here. They've been doing a lot of 2As to catch it. While sometimes Blue Beat confirms can be a little tough to do just because there's mad proration, it's really important to still show that you're checking for it. And Susan can still get some, like a seal or two in certain situations. Tries to go for the left-right Aka right there. CA's out. They do not want to handle the pressure. Neither does Susan, but their DP ends up getting baited here. 3 stocks for Aka. That could have very well been next touch kills here, but this is a tragic turn of events. So many buttons not quite connecting here, but the DP here, no follow-up. Both players are about to have overdrive once again. It's been super critical for both of them in terms of dealing with the other's offense here. Stuck in neutral here. Sword is available. Gunshot, nothing coming out here thus far. Lots of preemptive JBs and JCs here. No OD from Aka. Raw OD from Susan. 60, but the OD from Aka into the 5A punish. They will take it there and secure themselves another set on the winner's side.
I knew, so when I saw him backing off and just sitting there letting him pressure, I knew he was waiting for an OD. For an OD opportunity. But holy, that was so stressful. Good job, Aka. But good job, that was a great set. Yeah,
it can feel, that was a really tense ender right there. That felt good to watch. So okay, I guess I'll just talk about OD stuff. I just feel like I like every set. I'm like, here's the corner of a tips or something like that. So when it comes to dealing with overdrives, especially when your opponent is super loves going for it, you really want to kind of bait it out like you would a CA in certain situations. So you can go with a lot of like 5A pressure. And even if you whiff a 5A and they get their regular OD, you usually can whiff on time to still block whatever comes up next, and you can play out the RPS from there. And if you get a guard cancel OD, if that's what comes out from your opponent, and you only did a 5A, well then you can still kind of press forward with your turn. And you can kind of opt for continuing your sequence since the guard cancel OD actually has more frames of recovery. So there'll be a little minus in certain situations there. So that's like really important to kind of show there. And if you can kind of look for certain situations and bait out ODs, it can be very, very beneficial.
So next we're gonna have Moz versus Sero. S-Sero. And S-Sero, obviously, I think we all know, has been tearing stuff up, even in open brackets, doing very well. So,
yeah.
They won one, they lost to Octo last time, so they are up for graduation tonight. Actually, I need to talk about the players. So Aka, Quetz, and Sero are up for graduation tonight. That's all.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You have to win 2 to graduate.
Gotcha. Jesus, air throw catching in this situation here. This is looking good thus far. The block out most of this. DP is coming out, however. 2B into the 2-3-6D here. Another 2-3-6D. Sero's not quite aware of it right there. Let's see what we get coming up in this situation here. Playing this out pretty decently here. 2 and 4 ends up coming out here. Ball's here. Alright, we got our Oki set up.
Okay, I sped 8 2 tacos, I'm good.
I feel. Jesus, goes low and actually low profiles the DP.
Barely didn't get the conversion there.
5B straight into the 5D Gatling there. Alright, 5C's connecting, another 5D connecting, popping the weak point. Alright, not quite there on the interaction in the air here. This is a lot of scrambles, I'm not gonna lie here. Alright, pops the OD here in this situation.
Long OD
Still
timer.
fine. But now we've got Izanami OD. Looks like Cesaro's not quite... Okay, there we go. Bits and OD are a bonkers thing, I'm not gonna lie. But the DP coming out and will secure the game from Oz.
I think Moz did a good job forcing like uncomfortable situations for Sero there. Like Izanami is a character who likes to be in control. And I will say I think she scrambles well. Yeah. I don't think she scrambles as good as well as a good Azrael does. You know, I don't think she gets as much reward off her scrambles as he would. And she has to think a little bit more about how she's gonna convert those hits. So, you know, putting her in uncomfortable situations where she's not gonna be able to convert the hits, like there, holy, is a good thing to do against Izanami at this level.
Yeah, and right now, honestly, I think one of the big things that Moz has been opting for, like, very, very often has been these DPs there. And it can be a little frustrating, especially when you know a tool has, like, a big weakness to see someone still, like, kind of succeed with it there. In a lot of these scramble situations. So I think if Sero kind of, like, takes a moment to just kind of ease up a little bit and bait it out more frequently, they'll be in a very good spot. Because Izanami's, like, fatal counter hits do lead to quite good damage. And, but it's one of those situations where, again...
Good damage and amazing setups afterwards, which we've seen Sero do, the ribcage setups, we've seen him do all that stuff, so...
Yeah.
Definitely can do it, just not getting the opportunity to.
Yeah. They've kind of just been getting boxed out in a lot of situations, with Moz playing, for lack of a better word, like, kind of belligerently, like with the 2-1-4 beat, like with the Growlers there. And when your opponent feels very comfortable and they're kind of doing whatever they want, it can be very frustrating, especially when you're dealing with Azrael, whose counter hit stun.
She backdashed that Phalanx.
That was pretty nutty. That was actually
Nami backdash moment.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah, and a lot of these DPs are like kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Tries to bait out something right there at the deep walk there. Throw is teched, however. All right. Jesus, that's a do or die moment. With Izanami stuck in active mode, I'm surprised that Sero didn't opt to backdash, but they are rewarded for it in kind with some good old set play.
We're gonna get the ribcage set up here. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad.
Drop low, spell. This is looking pretty good. Not gonna be able to kill off of this hit. They do have 100 meter though.
Matt in the chat says that Sero can't be Mr. 2B with Toledo in here.
Look, I
Holy! You can't air block now!
Oh goodness.
Moz takes that pretty convincingly against our first seed. That's good shit, Moz. I almost put Moz 20-0'd them.
Yep.
Because I typed 2-0 and I didn't go up.
No, I feel. No worries.
Okay, well, Moz moves on to winners finals. So next up, our last winner's side match, we are going to have Quetzalcoatl versus Akka. So we have a joke here. So I don't say this and you're like, what the fuck? We have a joke here that Akka and Quetz are divorced, because once I was like, why do y'all bicker like a divorced couple? Like an old divorced couple. And so we have this joke now that they're divorced. Quetz really doesn't like fighting Akka. But with Moz, his best friend in winners finals, I think he'll put up a good fight. I think this will be very even. Yeah.
But this should be quite curious. And just to kind of double check on the state of things, yeah, this is to get to winners finals. Like this is not the winners finals set.
Yeah. Loser winners side set. Yeah.
Yes.
What I meant. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm just dumb. It's the classic. What are the stakes here? It's winner semifinals. This is to get the chance to even participate in finals.
Yeah.
And I don't know, whatever crazy messaging you want. I'm not a Fox News sports commentator.
I thought you were gonna be Fox News anchor, and I was like, I would hope not.
No.
Yeah.
God no. Sand kicks to end the pressure right here. JCCs are going to connect from Akko. Let's see what we get next. Counter hit right there. Challenging Tsubaki pressure. I don't
know about that one, Chief. With a 7-frame 2A?
It's the big thing is just the charge cancels. Because they come out so fast, you really can't react to them. And it leaves Tsubaki a lot less minus in a lot of situations. And paired with whiff cancelable normals and God's gifted frame traps, it can be very tough to challenge her, especially when you're playing Susanoo, who has slower like A normals to work with.
Said by a man whose training partner is Thaintus.
I have a 6-frame 2A. I'm privileged.
We eating well out here. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know bullets was 6 frames.
It's 6 frames. It leads to that's why Tsubaki, when she hammers and that's on regular block, I'm like, I think we'll trade here today.
I'll take that. I get trade combo. You get dead.
Yeah. It is. Look, it's a whole thing here. Oh goodness. Okay, that was a bit of an awkward moment with the dive there. They weren't able to confirm into I guess D super would be the stock super there. Yeah. So a little awkward there, but they end up cleaning up here. Both players with
Quetz came to the chat to say fuck this matchup during that what he thought was a kill combo.
I don't understand. Players, and this is since delay base. This is since the beginning of time. This is nothing new. I don't understand how players stay in Twitch chat and talk mid-set. That boggles my mind. As a competitor, I
could not do it.
I go insane.
I hop in afterwards, but during set, I could not risk it.
I'm not built like that. No.
I gotta stay in the game. I do keep comms on sometimes. Like I'll keep it on in the background just so I can like if. Okay, this is because I'm in beginner brackets a lot, and they'll like often say something you could be doing better. I'm like, oh, I could be doing that better.
I am not built like that. I can't. Mid-set advice, I'm not built super heavy for that sort of thing.
Okay, Quetz seems really scared here, letting Akka approach freely.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to show some of your buttons and like kind of show some presence here, because Susan 5B is still effective. It has a great hitbox. It still outranges Tsubaki's pokes, like 5B for example.
I
So you
think
still have
we're
a lot of
watching
things to
right
do.
now. We're completely watching the player matchup here.
Oh, this is death. This is death or near death.
5 stocks, 50 meter.
This is
Aka
an OD
Opto.
Mugen. No active flow though, so maybe, but maybe 6.5. You know, it's a lot of damage. But yeah. To kind of get on that, the Tsubaki can be difficult to deal with in certain situations, but it's important to not let the character's tools kind of get super. To not mess with you too heavily. Like, you can eat... Look, I've eaten too many JCCs at this point. I'm not immune to it. I still get tilted here and there, but understanding the ranges in which she wants to approach, where she's moving, and placing herself accordingly will do leads for kind of character matchups like these. JA ends up connecting here. Let's see what we get. 60 connects. That might have been a slightly late overdrive right there from Aka, based on their OD on that 60 last time. But losing access to that like burst slash OD is super big here. Dove, you know what's kind of funny about that round?
What?
Cat's literally never air dashed nor did a regular dash. He just walked at Aka.
I'm saying, I need my walking gamers to rise up. Walking is so good, and y'all just don't do it.
Well, Susan's walk speed isn't crazy. The thing is that, right, like, Susan most of the time is trying to opt for, like, IADs here. Oh, you can punish that? Oh, okay, probably just...
I imagine 2C just kind of kills Susan's IAD stuff, right?
Yes and no, because 2C is solid, but it's not like a super fast, right? It's all about showing your different approach options and making your opponent worry about different stuff. So if you're at IAD range, even doing like dash up 3C or something like that to throw your opponent off on your intentions is a very powerful way to reinforce and make your IAD stronger again. Just by nature of like, I did this other thing, now my opponent has to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think that is one thing I think beginner players. That was sick.
That's totally absurd that connected. Oh my god.
And getting the combo off it too, confirming into it.
Yeah.
I think walking, like, I say this to, like, because obviously my main game's Exord. I say this to Slayer players a lot. Obviously, players without a regular dash, like, you're usually their walk makes up for it. They will almost always be designed that their walk is, and you know, like, Susan's isn't that great, but, like, usually, and walking builds you meter. A lot of meter. You build a lot more meter walking than you do running.
Oh, and exit that works out?
Yeah, I think you do in this game as well.
You do not gain meter from walking in this
game. Do you gain it from running?
No, you do not gain meter for any sort of movement. It's
strictly meter is different in this
game. And getting it. Yeah. Meter mechanics in this game are different.
Oh,
however, if you IB in this game, you look at your gauge, you're like, damn, I got a lot of money today, huh?
I'm gaming. That's one thing I think. I don't think beginner and intermediate players use their meter well enough in this game.
Yeah, it's tough because there's a lot of different things that you spend meter on, and
it's
it can be
specific.
Yeah, it can be weird. Like Susan, for example, CT gets stressed a lot more because it helps them stabilize routing into getting desired seals really consistently. And for Ragnar, like we saw when Wary was playing earlier, his CT is very good for optimizing the end of his corner routes for both getting active flow as well as just packing on damage straight up. Yeah, got caught charging there. Good aggression from Ketsun.
Reborn, you only use your meter to RC Fafnir. Oh yeah, an RC surfboard. Yeah, that's what you use your meter on, bro.
I have no horse in this race. But yeah, characters like Tsubaki also have really good meter usage with their crush triggers because it can allow her to opt to not spend stocks and just use CT instead to kind of get like her basic knockdown into stuff for combo extensions. So there's a whole lot of variance in them, and then we get to counter assaults and blah blah blah. But we'll get there when we get there. Both players are just trying to find their way to get started, playing out. Oh goodness. Okay, this OD is gonna get the party started, quite frankly, right on cue. That should be DP and no, okay, probably gonna opt for wheel here.
Got sword to you.
Unlock super, okay, here we go. And immediately matched from Quick Rise 5A.
How long does he keep the unlocks from Unlock Super?
Unlock Super is for the rest of the round.
Oh! That seems
Yes.
pretty good. Why don't students use that?
It's 50 meter, and it's overdrive only.
Ah, okay.
So you're spending a lot of...
You're usually OD canceling, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you're spending a lot of meter on something, and if your routing is already solid on Susanoo, you're usually getting the seals you want anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, you don't see it come up very often. It's niche, but it has its uses here and there, but, you know.
Damn, Quetz was dooming, and now we're final game, final round.
JA connects here, 6B here. This is looking pretty good, and because they unlocked that level 3 tackle so early in the set, they're able to convert at mid-screen really consistently due to the combo extensions it enables. This is a pretty big punish on Aka's passivity early in the round.
Mm-hmm. Which is really important. You gotta think about more than just the moment-to-moment interactions.
Yeah. Getting the burst out of Ketz is pretty big, because it was going to be solid damage, but didn't necessarily need the burst there. Depriving Quetz of that, the OD for, frankly, the rest of the game is actually huge, and could very well spell doom for the rest of it, depending on how Aka's offense plays out here.
Oh, I like that run under.
Super good to get out of there. Another OD on the 6D. Aka's been super aware of the spacing and just looking out for it there. Oh, this is stylish, too.
Oh, the JD rejump routes. Those are sick.
Oh my god, not quite there for the confirm. Back to neutral here. But again, Susan's not going to have access to that OD, not for a while. Deprived of active flow as well. Just the raw D-ball connects into super. And that is going to be the set.
He's simply built different.
Simply. And I think if I'm Ketz, I really want to... I don't want to hone in on this too much, but from the sets that we've seen of Aka, they really do like to opt for a lot of the D-ball there, and that is very susceptible to kind of like a dash below 2C, because even if they try to autocorrect with dive, they will get smoked by anti-airs. And Susan's 2C in particular is big enough to hit in those instances, and because it's not a situation where it's like a knee-jerk reactionary moment, I think that would serve to benefit Ketz a little bit more. But that was a very dicey, literally last game, last round interaction. Like, sometimes it just purely be like that. But a thing to perhaps note.
I think that was a great set for both players. It came down to literally just being right in one situation kind of thing, so...
Yeah, and to me, it was also built off of so many other interactions, though, right? Like, we noted the, ODs on 6D really early in the set, and that's what caused the big turnaround in that last round, because, Ketz was doing, pretty solidly, but their burst into that interaction was really unfortunate for them. And I think if I'm Ketz, that I would adjust the strings ever so slightly, because even just doing a basic string and just baiting out the OD and backing off is so much better than just getting punished for it outright. I guess that's not obvious in hindsight, but or opting for certain true strings to get guard cancel OD instead, which lets you still special cancel. Like, for example, using 3C there as a true string option would be pretty interesting, I think.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you can do there. Yeah, for example, again, just getting guard cancel OD instead changes so many dynamics with regards to overdrive RPS. And if you can special cancel, a lot of different stuff can happen as a result. It would probably take some set review to really go into the nitty-gritties of different options and et cetera there. But it's just something interesting to note here.
Yeah, totally.
So Dove, how about you let us know what's going on for what's our next set coming up here?
So we're gonna move down to losers. We got Everthos versus Evolution. Winner gets Quetzalcoatl. And then we got Easy Susan versus Wary. Winner gets Sero. And then we got Maz and Aka sitting up in winners finals. But before we do that, we're going to take a 8-minute break and watch the graduate highlight reel. So this is for everyone that graduated TMN from mid 2022 when we were still just an Exord bracket up until end of September this year. And it highlights everyone who graduated in all our different games. One of our community members and mods, Morgan, made it. So we're going to take a quick break there, and then we'll be back to see Everthos versus Evolution.
Awesome.
Okay. And I hope you enjoy. Sorry, I don't know what I was going to say.
see about me. I'll be alone, dancing, and you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. Love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change, make all us apart. I'll get us back together.
Well, that was sick. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's nice to look back at the last year. So, y'all have gotten so much better. It's insane the difference between when, even the people who haven't graduated yet, when they started and where they are now. It's like wild. I'm so proud of everyone. So, good job, everyone. Okay,
was that Seb playing Bullet in that last clip there? What was going on? Hold on a second.
Who was playing Bullet?
Was that Seb V playing Bullet for a time? But you want to know why did you go from Bullet to no? Oh man.
Crazy. Okay.
In all seriousness, it's been really cool seeing TMN players grow and change over time, even from like us over on kind of the side of like Boston Blue Beat. Seeing newer players kind of show up and growing and learning has been really awesome. Like when Shadow Sarah popped up the first time, I was like, "Who the heck is this guy?" Like, oh, they're kind of like, so only a couple of people here, and it was very nice to kind of learn, like, oh, like they're actually from TMN. They won like a bracket not too long ago. I was like, oh wow.
Sarah was insane because Sarah went like 2-2 the first time they entered, and the second time they entered, they got 7th, and then the next time they were just like so dominant, swept winner's side grands. It was crazy. So yeah, like the work does pay off, y'all. You do get noticed for it. Everyone is very impressed. So, but first we're gonna get Evolution versus Everthus. So a matchup we have seen, but a different Azrael.
Okay.
What color is this?
This is Relia. This is like a.
It's Knight of Warachiya, which I don't know what that is. Might be a Genshin thing. If it's a Genshin thing, I didn't ask.
No, it's not that. Oh my god! It's a Melty Blood. It's a CC. Oh my god! They're actually playing. It's a Wara color. That's funny. It's a Wara color from MBAC. Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I didn't even realize it because it's like whole cape and everything with the coloring. That's actually really cool.
That's really
they even
sick,
have the thing for the. Oh wow. Sorry, that was just very funny. Okay, 3D ends up connecting here. 2B. Oh, just went straight into like 5D. Oh my goodness. All right, good connections here. Let's see, opting for the 6C, probably trying to kind of stay away from like DP range with some of the 6Cs there. Okay.
Scrim in the chat saying I wanted to cheer against Elton, but he's already out.
Yeah. Oh goodness, good OD into to the micro dash attention here. Might be able to kill. No, just a little too close. Didn't get the sweet spot hit for the chain. Got the sour spot. That is rough. Still, getting the kills. It's not all bad.
Killing is not the goal of the game, right?
Okay. I realize that I've made mistakes. I understand. Chain connects here. Getting the throw off of this, looking nice. Oh, not quite there for the connection. 6D connecting, 2D connecting, 2 weak points on you in 2 seconds. That is not ideal, shall we say.
Oh my god.
First hit initiated. This should be a couple
this
of bounces here.
character's JC is like Barolic.
It's you see the JC and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Then you look at JB and realize
JB
that this
is actually like
the Rings of Saturn is what we call it in the business.
There's an Azrael at my locals that literally is just IADJB, IADJB. I have lost entire 2-0 sets to IADJB.
It'd be like that sometimes. I'm gonna tell you though, that move 6A, it puts on a little bit of work if you manage to get in the right range.
Oh yeah, her 6A is really good.
Yeah. Alright, stuck in stance and decides to just kind of back off. That's pretty fair here. 5C just barely connects. Alright, we're looking pretty solid, honestly. Alright, clipped a couple of times here, but we're now stuck in the corner. We still mash regardless. Alright, thrown to 260. Dang! Whiffing the 6C there sucks. That was probably going to be a double weak point round, is my best guess. Which would have been very dire for Everthus. But now, opposite side of things. Connects with the 2B, trying to OD and finish it off. They're going to have to be pretty quick with the 623D here in order to get the kill. Oh, they opt for the EA instead, and with Active Flow, that is not going to kill.
That didn't kill?
Time, actually.
The Ring of Terror did not assist that?
It did not. No, not indeed. Oh my goodness, trying to play close, but the 2A will make the connection.
Dub the goat for holding in that sneeze, yeah. That wasn't a sneeze, that was me laughing at him doing a wake up hop over like a leapfrog.
These things just happen, I swear.
Everthus is the revolution, so true.
Alright, couple of chains coming in here, and that's a pretty early burst here from Evolution. That's, Asriel OD is not usually like super big, but getting to overdrive on some certain Hazama things is quite nice. We'll see how this kind of plays out here. Like okay, counter 3C, but no follow-up, sadly.
I like that, that fuzzy jump there.
Super good to get out of that situation. But these 6Ds are really connecting quite a bit, and I think Evolution's just been opting for a lot of 2Ds directly afterwards, trying to look for some of the roll forwards. We saw it connect once earlier, 6A from Everthus here, but I think
that was a set play moment. You already decided what you were gonna do, and it didn't matter if you got a confirm there. I'm just gonna do the 6A Hotenjin anyway.
Oh, that stuff is super funny. When you're like, you see the hit, there's no confirm, and then the next interaction is a mix-up, and it's like, you were really you really wanted to land this. I get it. Alright, that's gonna be the kill there.
Everthus going into the final game of the set for himself.
Yeah, they're at set point already. Let's see what Evolution has to say about that, though. Good throw tech. That's certainly a start. Playing out the neutral in this situation, just trying to find some way to get in. It's interesting here, Everthus looks so much more comfortable than in their set versus Maz. Oh goodness, 2-3-60's connecting, but not quite there for the Valiant follow-ups. Getting the upper weak point still good, try to go for it again, but a quick mash from Everthus is going to get them out of the situation. But battered and bruised, however. Arrow D is pretty awkward here. Gonna play out the neutral a little bit further here. Oh goodness. Just a little too far for some of these confirms. That definitely would have led to death on Everthrust. But now that they got a new lease on life, 6A is connecting, we got the Hotenjins locked and loaded. Lifesteal is active with this overdrive. Those health bars are looking rather like Everthrust actually stealing the lead without any from so far away. This is unburstable. You have to burst the 63D. Perhaps no. Oh, they delayed. I think they delayed the super there actually. For the burst.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so the way how that situation works out, right, is that 63D has like massive hit stun, so if you try to burst on the initial hits, you get smoked. Hazama just looks at you funny and then just does another combo and kills you. So you have to delay your burst a little bit in that situation to avoid getting caught by the hungry coils. But, you know, if the Hazama is cognizant of that, they can either delay their super and just wait out the burst, or they can just kind of chain in afterwards. So it is kind of yeah. But considering the circumstances there, like right there, it's a-okay for Everthrust to look for the burst because the situation is so advantageous to them already, right? Like the burst if the burst doesn't come out, you know, that's not the greatest. Sorry, I'm misspeaking there. Even if they decided to go for the super and just go for the quick confirm there and not look for the burst, they would have been in a good position because your opponent spent their burst, they're very down in health, you still have mad resources and your Hazama, so you can really play for time if you feel like that. Delaying and checking for the burst there is also a solid decision. It's both are pretty good because like you already have such a life lead, essentially. So just to kind of talk on that a little bit further.
Ever sleep, damn hater.
Who's hating? Who's hating?
Easy Susan said Eversleep in the lobby of all places. Needed that shit on stream.
I see. You have to let the people know. Now if you lose to Everthrust, that's gonna look really awkward, so don't do that. That'll suck.
I need y'all to know everyone I seeded to make top 8 made top 8, and everyone I seeded to make 9th made 9th. That's crazy. Okay.
That's the power of TOing right there.
TOing, baby. Okay, can y'all go, please? I'm sitting here waiting. Oh, let me get the fence ready. Oh, he's not gonna choose it. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it, bro. If this is a fake out altogether, okay, it was.
Never trust players. Remember, never trust these players. Never trust these players. They'll do anything. They'll even put on Bang's theme.
That's the end song for tonight. Don't say that. I like Bang's theme. It sounds like a magical girl song.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me double check.
Oh, do you mean the install song?
I think I was thinking about the install song. This song is fine. This song is solid. I have not really many qualms with it.
Yeah, the install theme kind of bang your nail or whatever.
I forget the exact name. No, because this is the.
You're right. I should buy a lottery ticket. I should get into Genshin.
Oh my goodness. It's over.
It's so over. It's over even.
Mayhaps. Throw connects after the dead spike here. But no follow-up, sadly, so Susan manages to mash out. Going for the air dash to chase. 5G counter hit over there. I'm not sure what Wary was looking for. I don't know if they were trying to DP or if they felt that they could mash, but a bit of an awkward situation there for them to mash, in my opinion. IDJC connects and managing to follow up with a pretty solid combo. DP whiffs. That was probably supposed to be a burst from Wary. I don't think they wanted the OD and punish there, but looking alright thus far. Blocking the DP. This is going to be super good. Corner carry. Let's see. Ooh. I know that's 5k damage, but they probably could have gotten a little bit. They might have been able to get even more out of that, but still such a good position here. Gonna CT, 2-2C, and this is gonna kill barely, but it'll kill.
Yeah, that was like 10 hit points from not killing.
Yeah, that was pretty close. I'm not.
Oh, Wary didn't win that. Might be. I thought the game was over. I was like, Wary, another common Wary W.
Sometimes, so with these two characters in particular, look, I've seen it live on delay-based netcode. I've watched Adroth 2-touch Ragna players before. These things just happen sometimes.
Oh my god, he's fucking dying!
Yeah, let's see, what unlocks do we have? Doesn't have orb, not gonna build the meter for it, actually. Yeah, due to the CT there, it adds a little bit extra damage, but they actually, ironically, we're not able to super there. But yeah, that's a viable 3-touch scenario right there, by the way. Fun fact, in CF1, this character used to not do damage.
It's crazy to me that he was, like, really bad in CF1. Because, like, why would they make Susanoo bad? You've literally been leading up the entire game series to adding this character.
Well, boss characters have sucked before. But Susan was especially funny when you show newer players, like, old CF1 footage, because you're like, what is this character doing? This character's garbage, man.
Character did not have a win con, despite having one of the clearest win cons in the game.
Yeah. And I know why, because when I was not so good at fighting games, when I was a wee high schooler playing BlazBlue, I was like, wow, Susan got really good buffs. So, that's like the fun facts, I guess, right there.
I don't know shit, but I can tell this character got some good buffs.
Let me tell you, when I played CF1 Bullet, that was a tragic time. That's when I had to play Hibiki. It was a different era then.
That's when we had to cope with Hibiki.
It was a cope. It was that bad.
Ooh, I like the whiff punish there on the spin.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good here. Honestly, this is like determined based on the overdrive, but still the IAD Inferno Divider. It is what it is. You are, in fact, dead. Great pain and suffering to your family, I suppose.
That shit was awesome.
That's rough. Because you get the OD and, like, you see the situation, and then you're like, wait, what? And then you get crossed.
Yeah, like, how are you supposed to, like, account for that, you know?
Yeah, there's a couple of weird things that could have happened there.
Yeah.
This is what it is. You just gotta keep on keeping on.
A lot of what these kinds of, like, you know, the hyper anime games like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue and stuff, you just gotta take the interactions as they come. You can't stress about losing interactions. You gotta just look towards the next one. Why aren't you teching, Wary?
I think they desync.
Oh, do we desync? Okay. Yeah, it looks like a desync now. I could totally see Wary not teching though there, so just to be a little evil.
Sometimes when you comment about these players, you have like that, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Uncle Energy, where it's like, look, I love you and I support you. What you're doing is a little silly, but I see what you're trying to do, and I.
No, yeah, that is literally the fucking. That is the level I'm at with my players. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not fucking with the vision, but I understand the vision.
I see where it came from. We can change it with time. We'll get
like we have this grand blue player who plays 6, and he'll do roll, parry, and if it doesn't work, he'll immediately go into OD, which is like their kind of yeah. It's similar to this game, but it doesn't have in-roll.
I'm familiar with OD.
Yeah, he'll do roll, parry. If it doesn't work, he'll whiff cancel into OD. And I'm like, every day 6 players slap their way to victory.
I don't have any horse in the Grand Blue race, so I can say pleasantly neutral with a smile on my face.
Hi Richter, how are you today?
Oh, I think Wary's, I can't tell, I think Wary's been trying to go for maybe the Night Kosu routing there, with the way they're trying to kind of fade back a little bit on the Nightmare edge there. It's a little difficult, but it does lead to pretty good damage here, but now they're dead. Oh, that's unfortunate. It wasn't because of the Night Kosu routing, I'm sorry, or attempts. That was not the implication I see.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, going for the hard route, even if you're going to drop it in bracket, is good, because, like, these happen every 2 weeks. Like, you'll have another chance in 2 weeks. You don't have...
stuff like this is quite good. You really want to make sure that you get that experience of trying it out in tournament. Otherwise, it's like, I'll put it simply, right? We play anime games. Real life is not anime. You got to do the practice in, like, where you're at. It's not like I'll unleash this final thing for top 8. Nah, just please practice that in bracket beforehand. Jesus, good damage right here for Wary. And with the lifesteal from Drive, this is already evened out before that throw. Oh my goodness. Wheel doesn't hit quite properly. This is tragic. I don't know what's going on anymore. Jesus.
Spaghetti all over the floor.
Look, this is a godless game, and I love it.
Mori is atheist. I don't think this game was taken into account with a loving god.
I don't think so either. Oh, also, I wanted to note the JA right there. You were talking about that in particular earlier, and it worked out quite well for the round start here. Another JA here. Ragnar JA, again, very, very fantastic air-to-air tool here.
I think Susan's JA is kind of busto, too.
Yeah, Susan JA is hella good. Super good. Hits both sides.
There we go. Thank you for the demonstration, Easy Susan.
Oh my goodness. 5B, 6B here. OD's the follow-up, and this is death. This is death. This is surely death. This is gonna be wheel into stuff. Yeah, you staircase them 2D, just kill them. Just kill them. Just kill them. Just kill them. Kill them. Get away. Go 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 away. Bye 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 bye. That's Orbit Sword. Goodbye. We will see you next bracket. I am sorry. This is how these things go.
That was great routing there to get the kill.
Yeah, and I'll kind of note there. Let's talk about Hell's Fang a little bit. I guess I'll make this the post set. I don't know, tips.
I think Hell's Fang is a good thing to talk about because I get fucked up by that.
Yes. So Hell's Fang, it's really, really good for catching up, back, and fuzzy jumps. It will smoke the jump squat startup for it. If Ragnar players are doing Hell's Fang a lot, sometimes they just have a quota. I'll be quite frank. But in all seriousness, like during pressure, it's really good at catching up backs. If you instant block the first hit of Hell's Fang, most characters can generally just opt to DP, and that will... I forget the RPS around it specifically, but if you IB and then DP, it usually punishes attempts to reset pressure from there in particular. The follow-up is super, super minus, and if they're trying to go into the follow-up, they can't RC afterwards because they've committed to a separate special. That was the specific instance that we saw right there. However, you don't want to be too greedy with ODing on the first part of Hell's Fang, because if you get a guard cancel OD and they did not like immediately commit to the follow-up, Ragnar can still kind of like back off. You're not really gonna immediately punish them for that in particular. So just instant blocking there is very important, and it's very good to show, especially when you have fast reversals available to you. Aside from that, you got to remember that most of the time, if a Hell's Fang comes out, like the Ragna is committing to spending meter afterwards. There is no way in hell that, like, and oftentimes Ragna players will still just do like Hell's Fang into like Hell's Fang like first part into RC to continue pressure, right? Like they can RPS technically after the first hit on block into their own DP, but like it's not great for them, especially when you instant block it yourself. So just a thing to note there.
And that has been Professor Toledo's helpful tips.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about something completely different. There's still Susanoo on the screen. It's Kets versus Everthuss.
I do want to highlight Moontide, who's one of our BB tag players. Said, really during brackets sometimes I invent new gimmicks mid game, coming up with new and inventive ways to. And BB tag new gimmicks is how you win.
In some respects, I am not a BB tag expert, so I can't go super in depth with it. Oh, that's a cute color. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, if you understand like how your team works and how the mix-ups of your team work, you can just come up with like new shit on the fly in that game.
Oh, not able to get the follow up there. Just a little too high from the ground. All right, they're gonna force a guess there, but the up back comes in from Kets. And that's a burst. Not sure if that was meant to be overdrive. However, for Everthuss, that was definitely meant to be a burst. And this is an awkward situation. Both players have been pretty solid about using their overdrive, so when neither of them have that option available, it can get a little rough. Let's see, and this is looking pretty dicey here. Throw tech comes out, manages to get out of the corner. Surely that was not meant to be the CT there. Gonna back off with stance. Trying to find some way to open up Kets here. Juicy connects, however. That's a big counter hit. Alright, this should be almost 4k damage. Oh, okay. Opts for this ender instead. Cross up! Jesus!
How did he end up on the other side there?
That was, he did the B follow-up specifically to pop
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes.
That was scary.
No, C follow-up. C follow-up. C follow-up.
It looked like he like insta-teleported down there. Like fast follow.
Yeah. You'll see certain cases where like Hazamas might do like, I think it's like 2D C follow-up in certain corner knockdowns to like go for a, I think it's a cross-up if I remember correctly. It's kind of janky, and I'm not gonna lie. But you'd have to ask the experts on that one.
That shit looks fake.
Jesus. I honestly forget if it is. No
Cat's having some trouble getting stuff started here.
Yeah.
This seems like a majorly annoying matchup. Even if it's not bad, it seems really annoying.
Azama can be frustrating for players to deal with due to just his natural game plan of kind of, I guess, I don't know, doing the FG equivalent to like Battle Royale ratting out in certain situations.
He's a little mouse boy. Just running around.
Truly. He's scampering around.
Oh
the
yeah,
garden snake. I'll put it that way. 5A is so big and so good.
I once told Quetz that Susan's run looks like a scamper, and he was like, "No, that shit's a gallop."
I don't know. I just worry about a very large living suit of armor coming to kill me. But I understand the vibes.
It's a gallop.
Oh, okay. Gonna go for the unlock super here.
That's like all you can do. Oh.
In a certain way, yeah. But let's talk about that decision a little bit later. I want to think about that, but you know, the way this bracket's going, we remove it. We're moving.
Yeah, I think a big thing about like when you're in a situation like that as the person with the life lead is you have to think about what is the only way this person can get back in right now. What are the couple ways this person can get back in the round right now, and then shut that down.
You really want to understand a player's win conditions and do everything in your power to either prevent that or extend your round.
This color sucks, by the way. I'm not feeling this one.
I don't know what this one is.
I think it's just a highlighter. It's just called yellow.
Oh, I guess it is what it is. Opts for just the... Actually, you just did stance in the mid. That was just a 2A. That wasn't even a 2B.
Okay, the shortest BB bracket we've ever had was 2.5 hours, but it was the one Octo one, the first one Octo one. We could hit 2.5 here if these last few sets don't go too long.
We'll see how it goes. Thus far, I mean, it's looking like this could very well be a 2-0. Good block on the wheel, punishing accordingly. Alright, couple of 5Bs here. backs off on the 6B interaction, and Ketz is having a very difficult time. Again, like, we saw this kind of earlier in the other one of their other sets, where, like, they were kind of just opting to walk, and they were having a very difficult time asserting themselves. Ah, yes, they're early in their set versus Akka.
Yes.
Where Akka managed to make a lot of approaches here, and we're seeing sort of the same thing here. And I think Ketz would benefit a lot from even just showing a few more, like, super jumps and IADs, just to maneuver around the screen a little bit more. The way how they're moving right now, like, Susan's walk speed is not really ideal for getting around Hazama. Like, he still has a lot of time to kind of navigate neutral and pick his spots and fake out, etc., etc. So you really want to be mobile regardless. That being said, this was really good movement to corner Everthus right there. Checking around a couple of areas, the super jump ended up going super well. And that interaction not only got the burst, but has led to the kill here for Ketz.
I think one good thing is Ketz is never out. He's really good at focusing on what he needs to do to win and doing it. Which is what you gotta do as a character that struggles early round, like him. Like
Well, it kind of varies, yeah. Like, without specials in certain matchups, it can be a really big pain. But sort of the round start, like 5B, is so potent in a lot of cases to shut out other options from players. Okay, speaking of which, counter hit 5B right here has wheel unlocked for some of those extensions. Let's see what the seal we get. Sword, nice.
I think Sword is good against Drama.
Against some like 5Ds and low hitting JDs, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a mash out here from Everthus. Not able to finish the combo, but out of the corner regardless. JB ends up connecting here. 5C. Oh no, they cancel so early, but still managing to get a punish here with the snake kick here. This should be death. This should be the end of the set. This should be the end of Ketz, and this should be Everthus moving on in the bracket. Game, set, and match. Sheesh.
Whoa.
That was a crazy OD situation there.
That was scary. That was like a GameStop situation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of surprised by how those ODs over there worked out. Let's see. We'll talk about the OD activation there earlier, but I want to really highlight the fact that when we started seeing more movement options come out from Ketz, when they kind of, I don't know, oiled up the gears and started moving a lot more, neutral looked way less in favor of Everthus. And it's very important to kind of remember that you still need to keep on moving. If you stand, it's sorry, this is a very complicated like discussion. I like talking about movement a lot.
Oh, definitely. Movement is one of the hardest things to learn. And
if you see my
utilize effectively.
If you see my tournament analysis streams, you see me like on my friends' butts all the time, like on my friends' asses all the time about like how they're moving in double jumps and making fun of myself sometimes. You got to be self-aware, but just moving with intentionality is like such a weird, difficult concept to learn, but understanding places where you can't really stand still, you still have to move and you still have to act is very important. And I think Ketz started to recognize that in more situations where they found themselves getting a lot more hits, especially in cases where they were utilizing Susan's JB off of certain IADs. Wouldn't always lead to a straight up combo, but remember, you're still plus on hit regardless. So you can kind of move forward and either take your turn, mount your offense and your pressure, or you can reposition further for a better scenario, depending on what you want to do. With that out of the way, we can talk a little bit about like the OD activation super, and while we're queuing up for our next set here, I'm curious about it. I think at full screen the OD is fine. I think unlocking things is okay, but it's kind of that like Susan still already has all of his seals in that short time with OD. I think maybe if you get a knockdown first and you want to go for like unlock super to kind of push forward a bit more with your momentum, that works, but I don't know, it's a weird nuance. Oh goodness, we're gonna see Shadow Zero now versus Easy Susan. This is gonna be crazy. Who do you think is gonna take this?
I think Sarah will take it, but I think it'll be close.
You want to bet on it?
Sure. How much?
What should we bet on, actually? What's an appropriate bet?
Hey, we can do, I'm thinking, are you going to Frosty?
I'm not going to Frosty.
Ah, damn. I will PayPal you $5.
Alright, I'll PayPal you $5 if Susan wins.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my goodness.
The $5 bets go hard.
$1 bets are the funniest things ever. Oh my god. Side betting at Climax? I lost a bit of money that day.
All on $1 bets. Too many $1 bets.
No, I was betting $10 and $20.
Oh.
It was a full time.
Side bets are fun.
It was travel money. It was travel.
That OD?
Yeah, that OD.
That was sick. Okay. Oh well.
Oh well describes my feelings exactly when I drop a combo against Izanami and then I get set played after.
Yeah, and then you're in this situation. Oh well.
I'm just like, yeah.
It's literally a next round scenario. I mean, you can try to get out, and you still can, but it's like
in some cases.
If I die, I die. He
Wait,
went for the CA tech, the EU tech.
Okay, so something that's actually really funny there, because it actually no, they didn't have OD. They didn't have DP. Never mind. I was gonna say because it clashed, they could have clash canceled into something, but that would be like you'd have to be seeing time by frames.
Yeah.
React to that. OD there, but there's bits. Ooh, yeah. The ODRPS gets a lot worse there. Alright, ball comes out along with the wheel. We'll talk a little bit maybe on the ODRPS if it comes up again. Right now, we are swinging buttons and getting counter hits. 6B connects there. Perhaps an up back in for input from Shadow Zero, because they didn't get like punished for a backdash or nothing. Alright, looking really good. Reversal super. There it is. Punish. Nice. Alright, this is looking real good here. Well, this is looking pretty even, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Tried to 2B after the backdash and caught by the last frames of 6B.
Zero is kinda dying a lot for these 2Bs. In both the sets we've seen of them.
In their set where they lost against Maz, like that was a really big thing. Like they kept trying to 2B in a lot of interactions, but Maz already had another button prepped to swing.
And that's a big thing you have to be good at as these slow characters with big buttons. You have to be good at having a button prepped for a situation in certain ranges.
Yeah. Okay, I really want to highlight that was a really good punish from Susan there. I don't know if they like saw the timing on the slide, because that was like borderline like not reacting and just doing it, but noting it and getting the punish there is super good. If bits were active, then Sarah would have been able to cover themselves and make themselves plus on block, or potentially like clip a punish attempt from Susan. So that was pretty good awareness of the situation there.
Are side bets taxable?
Oh, side bets were taxable? Ooh, life would be a little different. Actually, no, I would still, I guess I'd still be in the same bracket. Anyway, that aside, 6C comes out here. This looking like pretty good routing from Zero. Oh, why did I curse it? Why did I curse it? Oh, this is very cursed. This is so cursed.
That was so like, okay. Nami JB is like, what is going on there?
Did you know that button's like 6 frames active?
It's just a footy. Footies in this game are crazy. Like, footies like, the other footy I'm thinking of is EZUI 2A.
Oh yeah, being +1, yeah.
Yeah, +1, fast as hell, mashable, low.
It's very, very goofy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I think Barlow once told me this, and I still think this holds true today. You can really tell how much matchup experience you have against Izanami depending on what specific thing you complain about, because there's so many layers to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, if you're saying ribcage so broken, like that's just universal, but
and then it's like, okay, yeah, like ribcage is very silly, this and that, and then you start getting into the muck of things, and you're like, wait, the rest of this character's fun. That 6-8 off the slide is really funny.
That was comedy.
Alright, this is looking real good so far from Zero. Should be able to close it out if they can hold on to their Oki here.
Okay, we
Ribcage
got
is
the
set.
ribcage Oki into the fall into 2B.
6B connects here. No reversal super.
I think this is dev
2B mashing. Okay.
Is this
dicey.
doable?
Tough but doable, but
Yeah.
the 2B catches the landing there.
See, Sarah wants me to keep my $5.
I understand.
I'm about to be $5 fridger.
It is 6 frames active. Okay, thank God. I thought I was telling lies with the JB for a moment there, but I was correct.
6 frame active is crazy.
6 frames. 6
How?
frames
What's the startup?
It's 9 frames. It's 9 frames, and it crosses up. By the way, it has a cross up hitbox.
It's got the Soul JK, the fucking Street Fighter cross up.
It does cross up. Yeah, like it hits a little bit like past the knee. It's very silly.
Calling Izanami a dork character is crazy.
I think calling people dorks is the funniest possible thing ever. You could look at so many like crazy things and be like, you're just a dork, and it's just instantly harrowing as an insult. Like, it's like, to me, it's kind of like really dumb toilet humor. Sometimes, like, as a child, as a teenager, you're like, that's stupid, and then sometimes, as an adult, you're like, this is actually kind of fun.
It's kind of like your mom.
Yes.
Got the your mom aspect. Okay, this should be death with the 100 meter.
This is super death, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, drop combo, but it's okay. We still killed. It's okay.
Frame? Why? If the frames are dropping, why isn't S Sarah left? That's what his card says. Their card says. Frames drop, I leave.
This is looking pretty good thus far for them. Speaking of, okay, burst for Susan. This is great if I'm Sarah. If that burst is gone, I'm like, oh, thank the heavens. I don't have to deal with no wake up OD or nothing. Great. Characters like Hakuman, when I see them burst, or Jin when they burst, I'm like, amazing. I don't have to deal with so much.
Thank
so much
you. Thank you for throwing away your only way to get back in this.
I'm like, beautiful, wonderful. It is quite toxic of a feeling. These 3Cs whiffing on the 5B just because the float is just a little high is very funny, by the way.
Oh, this is big!
That 5B hit so incredibly late. That is what enabled the rest of that confirm there. CA coming up, perhaps? No, they're going to hold on to the meter and get clipped by the 2B.
I remember when Deadward... Well, I didn't realize that was the game-winning confirm. I remember when Deadward watched Sarah play. They said the big thing that Sarah could work on is Sarah bursts a lot more than they use overdrive. Yes. And they burst like first interactions a lot. So they are doing better about that this tournament. But Deadward tied it into the OD economy and how you can't get active without if you burst. You can't get active at all during that round, so it's definitely a good thing to keep.
So it's super good. The other thing is that Izanami OD is really, really good. You don't see it come up super, super often, but the most, oh my god, she could do that sort of thing is like she can make a reversal super plus technically because she can summon bits at any time. She can do reversal super then summon bits. Yeah. And as well, on top of that, it covers more space, so like she can do certain bit sets if she thinks you're gonna jump out, I suppose. But most of the time, people just do like a very specific bits call, which is very powerful. On top of other things, I think one thing that will help Sarah as well, and this can just be kind of difficult because sometimes Izanami routing is a little weird. Just a little bit more consistency on a couple of things with their routing and getting their enders. Sometimes you do just have to go for like the simple thing and just kind of clean it up there so you can run your Oki. Izanami's Oki is well.
Izanami Oki?
Yes.
Yes.
So certain situations like that. Susan did a pretty good job, all things considered. One thing that I do like to note all the time, this is my super, super duper secret that I do against Izanami players. This is one of the ways in which I kill Izanami players when I meet them the very first time. Whenever they run corner Oki, I always check if they actually have it legit and roll forward first. I always do that first. Because sometimes they don't tighten it up quite as well, and then you just kind of get out of the corner. That was part of how I got out of pools at Combo Breaker. Jesus Christ. I ran into 2 Izanamis on my path. That was a rough time.
That sucks.
It was crazy, man. I'm just a bullet player here. I just participate in regular robberies. Like, come on. Oh my goodness.
I'm not doing that advanced robbery.
I'm not doing tax fraud. Like, Jesus Christ. This is nuts.
I think Izanami would commit tax fraud.
I think she, well, the funny thing is, technically, because lore-wise Izanami is like the Imperator, she would just do, like, she would just take tax money and just repurpose it for her own games. I don't know, probably something like, I don't know, whatever a cornball evil villain character would do, like, I don't know, a funded nuke or something. Come on, be creative at least. 6B whiffs here from Maz right now. That's an early burst off of the table there. Now Akka has a lot less to worry about on offense, but again, the ODRPS against characters like Tsubaki are so different due to the various options that they have when they're mounting their offense here. Backdash into Gustav. Okay, if I'm Akka, that's perhaps a little telling on the priorities there. There's a lot of times where like people fall into the habit of kind of like back off into like immediate buttons. Like sometimes Azraels will do like backdash 6C, or they'll do backdash Gustav and other things. So getting a feel for what options come up afterwards is really important. That's another backdash forward dash Gustav, in fact. Going straight into Mugen from the throw. I don't know if they have enough time to kill, actually. They only had 2 stocks starting off. It's going to be a little tough. Yeah, they ran out of timer, so not able to kill there. 4.3 is still quite good damage, but DP into RC, this is looking a bit tough. Alright, managing to stay out of range from the JC, from the 5Cs there rather, and gets the kill off of that confirm. Alright, jeez, it's just barely out of range from the Gustav. I'm honestly surprised that Maz isn't opting for the DPs. When they were playing against Everthus and they were going for these DPs, I was like, you were just a kid in a candy shop today.
Akka when there's whiff DPs at the function. Oh no, you're talking about Maz. Maz when there's DP at the function.
Yeah, and that 236D there, I wonder if that was intentional or if it was like meant to be DP. I genuinely cannot tell. Because I would not be shocked. Because sometimes Tsubakis like to go for the 236D, given the hitbox being super good. Alright, oh goodness. Akka tried to go for some option after the fact. They got like cracked by the 5D and then barriered for half a second and got hit by the 5C. Lots of 6Cs from Maz right there, but Akka's just backing off. 6C is +3, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, so it can help Azrael get his turn started, and it also will hop over a lot of normals, but most of the time Tsubaki's poking with 5B, so it's not as good for that, but...
It's +2.
Hey, yeah, oh, +2? Oh, thank you very much.
Not that big of a difference, but...
It's big for the notion of, like, post-IB interactions.
Yeah. Because then it's -2?
-1 on regular IB. Because in CF, IBs are flat, they don't work off attack level like in Exo.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to worry about that, yeah. 5B's connecting here, this is going to be a burst, and Akka is looking very poised to just...
Akka?
If you die for this, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm angry. I'm not going to lie to you. That was absurd.
I need this man imprisoned.
You know when, like, the movie villain, like, is about to lose, and then they win a little bit anyway, and then it's like a sequel hook? That's what that was.
That was the twist in Final Fantasy VI.
Dang, I never played Final Fantasy.
Oh, so spoilers for a 50-year-old game.
Yeah.
In the middle, you think the game is over, and then you think you're in the end game, and you play the oh my god, you play the final boss with Kefka, the clown guy, and he wins. And then the whole entire second
there's like
game,
a time skip or something.
Yeah,
right?
and then there's a second different like alternate map for the game that you then play like the entire second half of the game, and then you kill Kefka at the end when he becomes God.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that was you thinking you're going to the final boss, and then
no punishing ground, no pain and suffering. Oh god, I don't know why I got so much energy off of that. That was actually kind of. I apologize for your headphones.
It's all good.
Your apparatuses.
Oh, nice block there.
Alright.
Death.
That was a lot of big whiffs and RCs, but you know what? A deal is done, the Tsubaki is dead. Jesus Christ. 3D catching the backdash in this instance here. Backdashing Azrael, not the greatest. He has so many tools.
Have you seen how active his shit is? I don't know about
it's
that.
like it's not only the active frames, but the numerous forward advancing tools that he has available that, in particular, would beat that up. You are doing. Why did I just forget the name of that move? Wow, I was about to call it Riot Stomp, and that's just.
You are doing Riot Stomp.
I don't even know why. I don't play Soul, nor do I even play Guilty Gear. So
Riot Stamp is what you're talking about. That's the one where he. That's the one where he goes backwards and it backs up to the wall and then goes forward, and it's bad.
Yeah.
And Exert and plus R is really good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was nuts. DP's on the 3D there. So actually, fun fact here. So, this is gonna be the kill, right? You're gonna 5B? Okay, great. Thank you. So, a quick thing to note here. So, Azrael's 6D and 3D share like very similar like frames on startup. Their animations. But if you see it and you realize that it's like 6D, 3D, you can like up back.
If Azrael had Riot Stamp, it'd be so over for Azrael players. They'd never win again.
Okay. I agree with that actually. I thought you were going in a completely different direction, but no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Shit's enabling. Azrael would have yet another very silly thing to get caught unstuck on. And Azrael players sometimes are already very caught on 5C unblockables, so it would be hell. 5B counter pokes the 5C. Surprising, because 5C usually retracts. 5C, not usually. It does retract Azrael's hurtbox slightly when he winds up.
We actually saw during the Azrael mirror. We had an Azrael mirror in losers last tournament. During that, we had a very funny 5C interaction there with the wind up.
60, that's one weak point set up. A lot of DPs. Aka's getting a lot more comfortable with going for a couple of reversals here, and due to the fact that some of Maz's punishes have not necessarily been on point, it's a little bit easier for them to make that decision, right? It's like, my opponent's not doing the combo that does like 7k or whatever, right? So
if I'm not dying for those, why would I stop doing it, you know? Even if you do get punished, if you're not taking significant damage for it.
Like, if I'm taking only like 3k for that, then I'm like, oh, alright, like this is
3C round start is crazy.
That was nuts, I'm not gonna lie.
I would not be doing that against Azrael, but that's just me.
I would not do that against many a character, but Tsubaki 3C has a very unique way of working when your opponent absolutely doesn't want to work, and being extremely frustrating for how not insane of a button it is. It's me, I'm talking about me, because I play against Thantis, and then he lands a 3C, and I'm like, why, God, why? And then it does only
Does it go under 2B?
No. It doesn't even deal that much damage. And it's like a fatal starter. It doesn't even do like anything like nutty. I just feel like an idiot whenever I get hit by it. I'm like, oh. Thantis is gonna see this randomly. He's gonna be like, why are you doing this? I love it though. We talked about it before actually.
You're dead.
Him and I. Yeah, this is RC in the EA, or you just die because Blackhawks didn't.
Okay, Ma's up 2-1. Aka needs to do something drastic to get back in the set.
Oh, Sonic was mentioning that I would play Soul. I don't know. When I tried playing Plus R, I had a character crisis and then never landed on somebody. And then when I played Strive for like 2 months, I played Giovanna.
Giovanna seems like a character you would enjoy.
She had a really stupid step dash and cool strike throw, and then I got bored.
So her noob move, like she can like power up her. It's like a command dash that enhances her special moves. Oh, it's really? It's pretty cool, yeah.
I probably won't end up playing the game, but I'll look at maybe Dave's play if he's not playing Bridget in a particular instance for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I play Asuka whenever I boot up that game.
Cube. Oh, Cube Man, yes.
Cube.
I see. There was gonna be a Cube joke there somewhere. It happened. 5C. Oh yeah, that does true string in there. That's funny. Please block this. Oh god. That I think was meant to be a micro dash 5B and maybe not dash up 6B. I think. I can't tell for sure though. 6B doesn't actually end up connecting with the dive there, which is rather surprising in this instance. Right there for the roll forward, catches them low, crosses them up on that instance, but the Rings of Saturn bear truth once more. This is probably going to be a wake up OB, don't worry.
No, wake up Mugen, same thing.
Oh, and no! That's a... I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Aka
has the best air throws in the business.
there was so much to unpack there. Spooky mentioning that I would play Jam. Yeah. No, I would. I saw the clip of Amadeus doing Ryujin, like Air Ryujin YRC Blitz against Alpha, and I was like, this character's so stupid.
I hate that. He's like one of the people that has been the most help on me in my journey in Exard.
Yes.
I can't stand that man. His jam is so good.
Jam is just a punch girl character. She just looks cool, and she has a power up mechanic, so it's like very easy for me to like align.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. We got a lot more ball and dive, but again, now on top of that, like not being great on whiff, there's a lot of stocks being spent here. Like the hit that Akka got here could have very well led to more damage otherwise. And D super, like one of her main super enders, does more damage based on the stocks you have. So it's very critical to be on top of that. There was no special cancel on that throw. That was highly unusual here. OD coming up? Yeah, there it is. Dive ends up connecting in that instance. EA is blocked. You can just punish with EA! Okay. Oh, pro tip in a moment here. We're going to see how this plays out because this is going to be a little nuts here. Dive kick is plus, but TP comes out regardless. Okay. Sorry. I just rapid fired like 30,000 different things here. This is 3 out of 5. Jesus Christ. Okay. If you block and then get guard cancel OD on an EA, it is a guaranteed punish for you to just EA back. That is a guaranteed punish. So if they did EA there, they would have just killed. Some EAs, of course, like Amane and especially Easyoi, have extremely high pushback, so it can be a little difficult to punish them, and I will probably have to test it out. But that is a universal thing that every character can do against every single character's OD, provided that they are close enough. So just something to kind of note. It's like a weirdly underexplored thing, but it can help you close out a lot more. I felt that DP in my soul, and they are very lucky that they had the meter.
Did it again.
I know, that was kind of crazy. 5-stock Tsubaki, so let's see how quickly they get spent here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and my god, that is not going to be 5. They're not going to hard knock down. Yeah, Akka doesn't often go for like D-dive into bananas. They usually just take the regular dive.
Akka doesn't use bananas much.
Yeah, we've only seen bananas come out like 2 times in just as many sets, I think it was.
I think he would honestly always rather get more damage than bananas.
Yeah, because bananas as like a setup tool isn't crazy, but like it'll lock down, but realistically you get
you're not getting like Duo's BIOS makes off it, you know?
Yeah, it's exactly, it's no BIOS or something like that. JCC connects, my friend, that is plus. If that makes contact with you, it's plus. Just block.
That didn't cross under?
Nope, that was really cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so that is kind of like a nasty thing. If like Akka like, a slightly longer dash,
your ass is dead.
If they CT here, that's actually death. Oh, they don't know the CT route. That's unfortunate. Chain 2D. That's the end of Winners Finals, folks. That's how it ends.
Akka through.
I don't even think that's a throw. Why did you IADJ 2D? Why did it connect in that particular way? We could really get into the weeds of this. I swear. I'm overdue on doing an analysis stream of a tournament. I think it'd be genuinely fun to do it for a beginner tournament. I'll do that sometime.
Totally, yeah.
This stream will take 6 months to happen because I always take like 3 months in between stream at this point. But I don't know. It'd be neat.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. I'll let everyone know if it happens.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of educational there. I don't have a lot to unpack. We talked about Guilty Gear half the time, and a lot of crazy stuff happened in between. That's a bit of a lie, actually. So an important thing to note, other than the OD interaction that we kind of covered there briefly, if Tsubaki's doing like a whole lot of dives, just block. She is minus on block there. And especially if you intercept Tsubaki in the air for a dive, you will recover from your block and you will just land. And Tsubaki still has land and recovery from the dive. So if a Tsubaki is very dive happy, you can just opt to either stand block or jump into it and block it. Same thing for uncharged dives and sometimes charged dives from Mai Natsume as well. So those are like notable on those instances there. Oh, and Akka and Badlam are joking about it. Just a thing to note, yeah, Bananas against Azrael, not so good when he just raises his hands and just says thank you for free projectiles.
Akka, you don't even actually use Bananas much anyway. I was just saying you don't use Bananas, not specifically against Azrael.
Yeah. Just to cover that specific instance there. Yeah. But just a thing to note there. Just a couple of things on that end. We got our next set primed and ready to go already. This is going to be Everthus versus Shadow Sero. Dove, you want to talk about some things kind of going on with if these players have played against each other?
I don't think they played against each other in bracket. I think the bracket that Sero won, Everthus was on the opposite side and also got 9th. So I don't think these two have played. So I cannot speak to their experiences against each other. I don't know how Everthus is not like a super like net play grinder, so I would have no idea if he had ever like seriously like played this matchup much. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm sure Sero has, because Sero plays in net play brackets, and we got 10 Hazamas alone in BBCF.
Hazamas are like everywhere. No matter which bracket you go, you'll run into one. Goodness, early burst here. And there's the overdrive here from Sero. You're going to be able to use that at... Oh, actually, they didn't use any of the overdrive properties. They kind of just had good times afterwards. Either way, though, that does increase their active flow gauge quite a bit. It's an invisible gauge, sadly, but don't be surprised if you see active flow come up perhaps towards the end of this round, if Everthus manages to survive.
That 5A was criminal.
It was. Hazama 5A is so good. Alright, this should be... Put them back to the corner here. Couple of chains, yeah, that's fine. Alright, goes for a solid under there. Trying to look for delay text with the 2-1-4B there. I don't know if that works quite as well off of that particular knockdown. Not going to be able to kill there. Shadow didn't necessarily need to
can't
burst.
believe Sero got their OD back.
Why did 2C go in the wrong direction there? Yeah. Do you have a confirm for this? I've never seen an RC after that super. Sorry, to cover that, yeah. This is one of the reasons why OD is super stupid good, because if you spend it early, and you get active flow, like, you're probably just gonna get that back by the end of the round. And it's like, especially if you play characters whose ODs affect their resources, like Bullet or Tsubaki, Badlam in particular, who's in the chat during one of his combo breaker ones, was using a lot of round start OD, and Tsubaki just immediately gains like 3 stocks, and then after the fact, like, is more likely to get active flow or even OD again in the late game for certain comebacks, depending on the state of the game.
Nice chase.
2B unsuccessful against the power of a follow-up. I'm curious to see if Everthus might kind of like mess around with Sero for that. They use a lot of 2B whenever they're kind of scrambling, and a follow-up from Hazama tends to beat that.
Badlam, it's amazing how good you are at this game for how little you know about it. He just said he didn't know that you get active flow back.
So active flow is one of the most underexplored concepts, unless you're like Fenrich in particular. Yeah, when you spend OD, specific actions in the game, this is gonna be crazy. Block the overhead. Oh, they don't have mirror! Oh, they didn't even special cancel! Okay, this is great. You didn't even see it! Ribcage ran out just in time! Jesus Christ!
You cannot jump.
This is crazy. Okay, so, yeah. Certain actions in game build up your active flow gauge fast, build up your active flow gauge. So, for example, landing hits, even getting hit, spending meter, guard crushing your opponent, etc., etc. But one of the biggest value gains for your active flow is using it for overdrive. If you're a beginner at this game, do not worry about the net last 10 seconds of what I just said. But if you are looking to optimize this sort of thing and explore that, it's a neat thing to know.
I couldn't tell that Badlam was vibes based.
Badlam is the most correct.
He just knocked her out of the slide.
Actually, let me talk Hold on, I'm gonna talk shit in a moment, depending on if the game ends here. All right, a follow up there. Still backdashes. A couple of chains here, but Everthus putting themselves in the corner. This could have been disastrous. Trying to find their way out. Neutral in ribcage there. That's going to be a lot of barrier gauge spent. They're in danger state now. That's actually really rough to be in against Hazama, especially for a character that likes to be in the air when 623D is now unguardable. That cooked Jamaican. Izanami 6A is really good. It's a super good anti-unit. Okay, so I remember in particular, Combo Breaker 2023, I lost to Badline, and I got 5th place, right? I got my ass beat, quite frankly. And so, top 8 ends, we get our medals, this, and that. We go back to the stage. I take a photo with, like, Zen and Badlam, I think it was. And I talked to Badlam about the match briefly, and he goes, like, so the reason I was about to DP, and I just immediately cut him off and going, like, you just wanted to fucking do it. Don't lie to me. We both just started
Bro just wanted to do it.
I was like, used it. Badlam is one of those players that's just, like, super correct on a lot of interactions. Technical knowledge, perhaps, is not necessarily there, but he'll still cook you regardless. Also, plays a bunch of Hazama.
I was gonna say Everthrust. I don't think he's a vibes player. I think he knows quite a bit about the game. But Everthrust is one of those players where it's like the Monarch just simply win. He just gets like a lot of interactions in a row, like just right. It's just like be right. It's always impressive to him how many interactions he can just be right on. And it's not like in pressure situations or tech read situations. It's always neutral interactions.
Yeah. Goodness, command grab, and this is gonna lead into death. Might have to RC after the super, I don't know. We saw the follow-up kind of whiff afterwards. Oh, they don't. Oh, they did.
Oh, they.
Oh, but what? Oh god, that's.
I think they were gonna do an air dash JD there into JC, J2C, but I think they just missed the air dash. I think they might actually have a follow-up for that.
I'm quite sure they did, because they tried going for that, like, earlier.
Yeah.
And they whipped. It was just unsuccessful. Alright, this should be corner carry, honestly, if they land the 63D. Alright, right into the corner. Let's see what the offense looks like. One thing that I'm kind of noticing is that a lot of the barrier usage is making it very difficult for Everthrust to continue their pressure. Barrier against Hazama is still pretty effective due to his limited follow-ups. Like, he's +2 on the 5Bs, yes, but if you're already so far away that you need to microdash for them, you are kind of expending those frames, so to speak, in order to kind of continue engaging. So even on IBB, this gets, like, even more difficult. So there's a lot of instances in which Shadow is able to escape the corner. Jesus, that air throw! There's a lot of times in which Shadow gets out of the corner, purely off the strength of blocking a little bit and then popping barrier. Like, look at that 2B right there. So many micro dashes are necessary because of the barrier usage. I would love to see Shadow use the barrier usage a bit more actively in order to punish the redash attempts. Because stuff like 2B is not plus. Like, there's even less frame advantage for him to micro dash or normal afterwards.
Oh! Bro was just hanging out up there. It was like, hi, you gonna slide under me? Okay.
You stopping by for a little bit. Oh god, cross up, but it's the 2A that connects, surprisingly. The JA got blocked there, if I'm looking at this clip properly. No, the chain got blocked, and then 2A connected, unfortunately.
Okay, we are 1-1, and this is the first to two of the night. So,
yes.
This is, whoever wins this next one, moving on.
We're in for a slew of first to threes, and this will determine who does fight up against Aka here. We're in loser semifinals. Jeez, good air throw coming in here. Quick burst in kind.
Yeah, see, like, that burst, like, was not necessary. I feel like.
Definitely can go kind of without it. I think that Hazama getting the first interaction is not going to be nuts. And also, just Shadow gets out of the corner really consistently. Like, look at that. Like, already kind of out there, so... I don't think for this particular set that they really need to, like...
Yeah, I think definitely you have to believe in your character and your, as a player, ability to get out of situations without, like, the insta I don't want to be here thing.
Yeah,
because obviously you don't always have it.
Yeah, once again, out of the corner, like, without a lot of trouble. And having the OD there is good, like, either to guarantee the kill or to blow up some of Hazama's offense. So, it's just a big thing to note. Like, getting the rare OD... You did that?! That's usually an RC into low. They went for an overhead. We are on layer, like, 40 billion. Jesus. Alright, not quite gonna be able to kill with 6B super, right? Okay, yeah, they opt for the Oki setup instead, just to guarantee it. There is the RC into the low.
JB
Back
moment.
to neutral. I know.
We are just walking this man down while 2B at him aggressively.
Do you want to handle that one? Because there's a lot to unpack there.
So I think it was a attempt to stuff a step dash. It also is just a really good low profile button, so it could low profile a lot of like the pokes Azama's putting out there. It also could be just because that animation's funny.
I have no idea, but it resulted in some hilarity, quite frankly. I wonder if we desynced here. Yeah, this is looking like.
Yeah, we desynced. Maybe that's it. Okay, yeah, we're not playing right now. Oh, and this is so sad.
I genuinely can't tell where that may have occurred. It's okay.
I think the 2Bs were intentional. I'm gonna choose to believe that. The pause into 2B is so funny.
Genuinely hard to tell if that was a desync at that point or not. I would not be shocked.
Well, like, literally, I've seen Sero do that earlier in the bracket when we weren't desynced. So
we've been talking about them using 2B like a lot. So I wouldn't be super shocked there.
Are we gonna stay desynced this entire time, or does it resync during the?
I actually have no idea. That's really
no, it did not. I think Sarah won. Yeah.
Presumably.
Alright, yeah.
We'll see what's going on. The players will let us know what happens.
Yeah, it looks like Sarah won. Let me ask them though.
For sure.
Oh, Everthus won. Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Wow, he will go on to fight Aka.
So that will make up our losers final set here, and that will line up our top 3. Aka is guaranteed a top 3 spot, as is Everthus, and Maz is guaranteed a top 2 placing.
Would you believe me if I told you that these are besides Quetz, I had Quetz seeded top 4, but besides Quetz, these are the 4 that were seeded top 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so goated.
Yeah.
I don't know, BBCF, I've been running it with the same players for so long. Like, BBCF has been the bracket we've been running the longest. Y'all can go. We've been running the longest for TMN. We've been running it since December 7th of last year. This is actually the anniversary bracket, almost, for BBCF. Oh, I see. 1 year ago.
Crazy.
1 year ago, This Game Sucks won in a laggy 4-hour bracket with a laggy match with Squidward's Terumi. Scuffed ass first tournament, but yeah, I've been playing with these players. I've been seeding these players for so long. I can do it pretty well by now.
I definitely understand that.
Yeah. My husband's home. Everyone say hi, Jim.
Hello, Jim. That is the most neutral sounding hello I've given.
He couldn't hear you. It's okay.
Oh, okay, good. He doesn't know I'm rude. Please, if you say hello for me, that just make it sound really
very chipper. I will.
Okay, thank you very much. That being said, the arrival of Jim signals one thing and one thing only, folks. It's losers finals at TMN here.
So true.
Throw ends up whiffing here. Kind of staying. We're not doing nothing too crazy in neutral. Aka getting the first definitive hit, however. And Aka's been backdashing quite a bit. I think they're looking for like roll or something with the backdashes there, but I'm pretty sure that on a lot of knockdowns, Tsubaki can opt for 2B instead to check for rolls. And that is still like kind of fine even on whiff or like regular tech. If I'm Everthus, I'm probably going to start doing like quick rise buttons. Because players that kind of autopilot into specific sequences on offense usually stop realizing that like some of the more esoteric options, so to speak. And quick rise is particularly good for when your opponent is really looking hard for the flash of an E-tech or the flash of a tech roll.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, quick rise is better for situations where your opponent is looking for something instead of autopiloting something.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, let's say like your opponent is like really looking hard, or sorry, depends on the Oki and what they're doing. But
Yeah.
Quick Rise can catch is usually used for when you really want to catch people off guard and they're like trying to like time their meaties for like E-Tech or like roll or something like that. Tsubaki is actually really good at it. Fantas in particular hits a lot of like Quick Rise 5C, for example, because it's 8 frames. So it's very fast, and it's super fast. Leads to great damage, but on top of that, like off of a Quick Rise, like it trades well, etc. So like you can use it to catch people off guard in a lot of instances. Speaking of which, I am shocked that they knew how to combo off of Ball, and the moment I say that, of course, it is cursed to drop. Alright, 1 chain left. Everthus isn't trying to pop it too much. 2C ends up connecting, and this will be the kill here. Akka is not opting to burst there. They really want to save that OD for a favorable interaction in the last round of the game. Alright, early chain connecting here is pretty good. Oh my goodness. Dove, we have another wake up throw on the premises.
Akka just does shit. If I was surprised every time Akka threw something, Akka has thrown CFAF somehow.
CFAF?
I will ask him to send you the clip when he's done with it.
It had to be BFAF. That had to just be BFAF. No,
It might have been BFAF. Yeah, it was a FAF of some sort.
It had to be BFAF, but that's still ridiculous, though. That's still very silly. Alright, oh yeah, unable to finish the combo there. A little too much proration. This is looking real good. This... Can you kill off this? No. Oh, well, when you drop it, it doesn't work out. That's unfortunate. 6-2-3D. Just, I promise you, just wait in 6-2-3D. Okay, there's bananas. That's plus. Clipped by the low. That was surely a fuzzy jump attempt right there from Everthus.
Locksock out at the burst.
Safe. See them keep it burst safe. Oh,
tried to bait the burst. Akka's gonna chill here until he can OD.
Okay, this is looking really dicey. Potentially A could come out, but the 5A connects. Okay, so the combo right there after the Hotenjin, it's not a burst bait, it's just straight up burst safe. So if Azama does the 6C there and you burst, it'll just whiff. And he can just react and just 5D and kill you. So that is like a burst safe follow-up from Hotenjin. A lot of Hazama players like opt for that. Yeah. And because it was gonna kill regardless, like it's kind of like if they burst, they're dead. If they don't burst, they're still dead. Because the rest of the confirm is just chains, and your opponent's not gonna make contact with you during burst. You're fine.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. I don't know a lot about like characters burst like. Because I always think like there's not much way to burst bait in this game besides hard baiting, but I guess there is. You just have to be a little,
yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you could do. I'll use an example for like bullet because this is a pretty funny thing that I do sometimes. If you're early in a combo, 6B has enough hit stun wherein you can 6B jump cancel and then plink a barrier input briefly to check for instant bursts on 6B, and then you can still follow up with the rest of your routing.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's other silly stuff like Relius 2C counter hit where like because it lasts so long, Relius and it launches you sky high, Relius will like almost always do 2C counter hit, jump barrier, then into 2C and finish their route. So if you burst on that, it will just get baited automatically.
Yeah, I think I seem to remember they read like some like you can burst bait with in a Moo. Oh my god, this boy has never played Guilty Gear, by the way.
Yeah, I think also Everthus. Oh, now I understand. I think Everthus is also like getting a little too psyched out by the possibility of like wake up reversal options. There are times in which you have to shake your head and say, "No, I'm just gonna beat you. I don't care anymore. You're getting beat." But yeah, certain characters have like a lot of burst safe sequences or places where you can kind of option select checking for a burst and then still continue your route as normal, or they can keep a route burst safe and usually do slightly less damage.
I also suck at burst baiting. That became so hard there for a second. I suck at burst baiting in Guilty Gear, so or burst safe routing and shit. So burst has never made sense to me as a mechanic. I mean, it makes sense to me, but like the playing around burst.
Yeah, burst save stuff in Gear is also like inherently a lot different than in CF. Like, you know, so I honestly can't speak to it in Gear a lot because I'm not versed enough to say that. You have no meter, but that is plus on hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Regular 2-2B there. It's still good to show. You're just not gonna get much reward off of it, but it's nice to get an opponent a little bit anxious.
You got what happened? What was he pressing?
I think they both just like pressed their respective buttons after that like 0.065 seconds of waiting.
Hey,
One of those moments
Lucy!
where it's like a cowboy, like, draw moment.
Lucinda Stardust on the chat.
Oh, hi, Lucy. How's it going?
Lucy the other day said, I talked in chat and saw the mod next to my icon, and I realized I don't even know how to mod.
Oh, God. Alright, you click the sword and you go into moderator view, and then if someone's being really, really stupid, you just mute or ban them, depending on, like, what the streamer uses.
Or you could be like me and mute someone, time out someone for saying Monster Energy Mango Loco is bad.
I genuinely have no opinion on there, so I will say stay pleasantly neutral once again. Oh, the OD usage there from Akka, I get the idea of it to try to secure the kill, but from that point in the routing, it's difficult to get that settled. Speaking of, okay, this is probably going to be an OD next hit coming from Everthus. Lifesteal might actually make it so that he could, like, they could survive, like, an
Akka!
trade. That's a 5-beat, just 5-beat. Kill them,
Akka!
Oh,
Akka!
okay. Alright, guys. I'm gonna spoil something for y'all. So, if you look up Gura Fighter's YouTube channel, he has a specific video that shows all of the ways each character that shows the ways that each character beats DP into dive, and all the various iterations that come from that. So if you want to beat that specific interaction, just look for that video, and I promise you will have a happier day.
Does it cover Wake Up Mugen?
No, Wake Up Mugen's just not good. It's just working out in this particular instance because Everthus is already
Looking
hesitant
for the
over meaty. Yeah. They're already hesitant, so that's why like a lot of these like crazier wake up options are working. 2CC is a very funny thing.
That had a much bigger hitbox than I thought it did.
Oh yeah, it's like the autocorrect for me typically. Whoa, that was I think if I did whiff there, I couldn't even tell. I'm not gonna lie. They're already dead though, so moving forward, I guess.
Moving on.
Moving on. Who is Gura Fighter? Gura Fighter is a Middle Eastern, if I remember their region properly, Tsubaki player. They're one of the strongest Tsubaki players in the world. You'll just rarely get the chance to see them actually play. They made all sorts of guides for Tsubaki, and if you want to learn the character, you can usually look at his channel and look on Dustloop to get a ton of information about how the character functions.
Oh, Derp says it was Has J2C extending his hurt box that got the 2CC to hit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess so. Alright, this is looking really good for Akka. I'm not gonna lie, Everthus is looking... This is tough. Wake up OD? OD? Ah, damn, that sucks. Okay, this is really difficult for Everthus now. Hazama OD is such an extremely strong comeback mechanic. Like, almost all ODs are good, but Hazama's OD, like, to use League design team terms, that's where a lot of his power budget.
Oh, Akka tried to OD that.
Oh yeah, that was surely an OD attempt. But, regardless of that, they managed to get the kill in the resulting interaction. Eesh. This is
I thought it was 3-1. Okay, might be. No, it's 3-1 Akka.
Okay. I don't know numbers. I just say loud words when things happen on the screen.
Let's go. That. What did Sonic say? Who is? What is he replying to? Let me see.
They were asking who Gura Fighter was.
That was me, GG's. GG's bad line.
Alright, this is going to be a tough comeback to make for Everthus. It feels like Akka has their number in a lot of instances, so it's been rather difficult for them to kind of get it going. That being said, obviously, getting an initial hit is really good, but it's kind of the situations that come up afterwards. That was a backdash on a wake-up throw attempt. Everthus, please just meet it. I swear to God, you will just get like a million counter hits. In fact, meaty 5C and just get like a super big like 4K converter. Promise you it will. Because at this point, Akka's not even going for regular DP like that frequently. Like,
yeah, he's just taking advantage of the fact that Everthus is so scared of it that he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Like, we're seeing a lot of like upbacks and other stuff come up. Like, that ID actually was really clean. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. Akka's pretty down in health right now, so this will be tough for them to get by. And Everthus is not really overextending themselves. They're just kind of keeping their pressure rather safe. Good Gatling Spear. OD on OD, this is going to look a little crazy now. Whoa! 5C just barely connects, and that would have normally enabled the rest of the combo, but I think 2D came up instead of 623D. But the blocked dive will get punished accordingly, and Everthus will take the win.
What color is this? This palette color is called Everthus. The hymn palette. Everthus. Description. It's me. It's him.
Some people have reverse 3-0 songs, other people have reverse 3-0 colors, I suppose. Jeez, meaty 2D catching something big there.
5 PP confirmed. Wow, Akka. We need the wow sound effect.
Oh my, you're gonna have to play that for me sometime.
It's like a magical girl and it says wow.
Oh, is it the one where she does like the... I can't... Oh, hold on. Let me not break somebody's speakers for attempting to be very high-pitched. Oh my god. Oh no. That was actually really funny, because that... I think that would have lost maybe the air follow-up. I forget if he's considered airborne immediately. God, air throw.
I did not mean to play that. Can you stop playing, please? I thought that was the wow sound effect. It was not.
We're gonna move forward. That was a lot. Right now, Akka is indeed at set point here, trying to find their ways to rematch against Moz, who did defeat them for to get into winner sides of grand finals here. 2 stocks with 40 meter. This is looking pretty good. As long as they get like, I don't know, like 2.5 more hits, they're definitely dead here. Probably less than that, depending on if they get a counter hit or not. JC connects, baits the counter assault, in fact. Pops Mugen, let's see if we'll get a kill here right now. Burst is going to be available for Everthus, so they will be able to get out of this. Trying to burst bait leads to no avail. Knockdown still here. 2D chain there.
Bro, that was almost the walk of shame of all time.
Yeah, that like kind of brief walk there.
Yeah.
DP ends up coming out and burst. Alright, 50 meter to go for Akka. They're probably not going to spend it on CA. They're going to look for an opportunity. Another air throw! God! That was nuts.
He's not even a Guilty Gear player.
I don't know what
He's just clean.
I think he just likes clicking B plus C.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah, that's probably the case. But Akka is known for his air throws.
Mm. Yeah, I think air throws are at like the intermediate and like lower levels of play. Honestly, at all levels of play. BlazBlue players really like their air throws as like callouts in certain situations. Like, I love the feeling of watching somebody super jump out of the corner, positioning myself just below them, and then I air throw and I'm like, yeah, I got you. You're terrible and I hate you. But I say this inside, I don't say it out loud because I'm not.
Unfortunately, your mother moment.
Yes, actually. Exactly. Unironically. Alright. So we are moving into our grand final set here. This is going to be Akka versus Moz in a moment. But just to reiterate again, these well, that's redundant. That's fine. Just to reiterate again, damn it, my words, my brain.
No, it's so over.
It's so jover.
Okay.
But yeah, this is going to be a repeat of winners finals, wherein Moz won 3-2 against Akka. So this set could be very close. It could end in one.
Moz did just say he is very EP, so this could be the EPer Akka needs to win and graduate. This is graduation point for Aka.
That is a crazy Zoomer moment that I appreciate. I'm not gonna lie.
Easy. Bro was easy.
Sorry. I disconnected from the lobby. That's what happened.
Okay.
That was on me. I'm watching this on the stream, but I'm delayed. Give me one moment and I will see if I can pop back in.
Totally. I can stream for you, but I have the NVIDIA glitch where it's black and white and artifacting really bad.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot with
Yeah. Do you want me to tell them to back out so you can watch?
Yeah, if they back out after this game, that'd be fine. But yeah, is there anything, so how is Moz looking like in terms of their graduation status?
They have gotten second and third several times, but they have not won one. So this will be their first win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just to make sure that we kind of understand the graduation process, it is ultimately winning 2 brackets.
Yeah, they don't have to be one right after the other, just 2 in total, and you are out of there. And if you win and you graduate, you win twice and you graduate, I commissioned a character, a portrait from an artist of my choice. Sometimes you can choose, but it's always a mess when I let the players choose. Of your character in your color with your name written on it in a special little script. Oh my god!
I'm watching a lot of big hits happen, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little crazy.
Aka has actually already gotten art of his character for TMN, when he and Zyrith were the captains for the team battle. I had art of their characters, but... Oh, nice beat!
Oh, I see.
But, the graduate portrait's a special thing. If you want to see them in the, TMN Hall of Fame, we got most of the graduate portraits.
Yeah, all the art is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be paying high dollar.
Yeah, but you got definitely want to pay your artists for commissions and tip if they're underpriced, which they often solely are.
Yeah, I always tip. And then I had an artist be like, I've never gotten a tip before. And I was like, bro, you charge like $30 for the most gorgeous art I've ever seen.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah. I remember in particular, I was like talking to an artist for a commission. And they were like, I'm so sorry, I have like a health thing come up, and I was like, oh, like it's fine, like just take the time, like it makes sense, like you're working on it, you're showing me sketches, and they were like, thank you so much, and I was like, who hurt you?
Literally, who hurt you?
I was like, who are you? Please, man, oh boy.
Damn, Aka getting... Oh, okay, this could be the break Aka needs. Aka's big break.
Oh my goodness.
Aka goes to Hollywood.
I mean, they don't
Aka spills spaghetti all over Hollywood producer's floor. Oh my
it's
god!
Funny because I now watch the delay and I get to see what destruction happened. What is that? Oh my god. There's a lot to unpack there in whatever just happened. Azrael's DPing for...
Okay, they backed out, so you should be able to watch now.
Awesome, thank you very much. Goodness, that is a bit of a wild game 1 for Moz there. Okay, I'm back in. Don't worry, I get to talk really rapid fire again. I genuinely
back
on. I'm happy.
Back again, at it again at the Krispy Kreme.
Oh my goodness. Man, I was around on that oh my god.
It was a Vine! It was a Vine!
It's a Vine, I know it was a Vine. I was around for Vine existing!
So was I!
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what this round star is going to look like. And alrighty!
2C round start is crazy.
and beating the IAD makes it like even funnier in retrospect. Oh, you can't up back after Gustav.
Okay, Lucy, but do you think Maddie knows Vine?
I don't know how old Maddie
That's how I judge if something means I'm old. Maddie's 15.
Oh. 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 Well, younger generation is.
Badline, what is Vine?
Badline's just a liar. God, 2D! That one's so good. Not usually as like kind of like an anti-approach tool, but like Azrael looks at literally any delay tech, clicks 2D, and gets a free weak point. You should probably not delay tech very often against this character as a result. Alright, looks like Akka is trying to be more cognizant of a lot of the DPs here. I don't know if Tsubaki 2BB technically low profiles Azrael DP, but it would be worth checking just in case other options like Sentinel Dump comes over. Why did I say Riot Stomp earlier? Holy crap.
Ooh.
That is, speaking of baited DPs, another one in kind for Moz.
The big bait.
They're already up 2-0.
Yeah. Akka's gonna have to make something happen.
Yeah, this is gonna be a close one here. It was gonna be difficult for Akka, I should say. Okay. It's grand finals. This could potentially be the last tournament. The last.
What the fuck
game,
is this
rather,
color? Tsubaki Fluffy Cotton. So true.
I suppose so. They look more like the. I don't know. I don't understand most player colors, but it just is what it is. Counter hit 6D. Wow. Okay.
Akka's defense was so good against Everthus, and he just seems to be getting hit by everything now. Maybe he's just EP.
I think that was surely meant to be a DP. That was not meant to be Wake Up 6B. I will not believe any word otherwise. Okay, there's a lot happening.
I feel like Akka's getting frustrated trying to get in. So he just tries to force it with dive and lariat and stuff, and it's just not working out. Moz
literally answered the question I was going to ask. Like, what are the common habits that you would expect to see in those cases?
Yeah.
Okay, this dump is going to not cross up, actually. DP is going to connect here. There's a lot of OD timer, but it's a DP starter. That was definitely deep ball or deep dive there. And kind of as we were kind of noting throughout a lot of Akka sets, there's a lot of cases where if they have a lot of stocks, they'll try to go for like deep ball there, but when your opponent's already in the air in that position, it's just not really super ideal. You can pick up off of this, not quite ready for it. It was a weird trade, I understand. Back to neutral here. Moz at set point. Landing a couple of 60s. They're plus there, but still really worried about these DPs with the backdashes afterwards. BBC, I think, just got a little bit below and connected just before JB became active.
Akka's big break?
Perhaps. It could be the start of something new here.
Okay, but the thing about Vine is Vine had to be 6 seconds long. It could not be longer, it could not be shorter. It had to be 6 seconds long. And that was the art of Vine. TikTok is just low effort Vine.
Yes and no. It's more so like the added restriction of 6 seconds forced very, very different videos and humor out of it. Why am I analyzing Vine when I'm watching a Blazeball bracket? Jesus Christ. Alright.
I'm reminded of the Zoomer.
I get too interested in talking about things too much. I get
you. Yeah, definitely kind of how these brackets go. We'll be like so on topic for the first like hour, and then Deadward will start going off later on.
These things do indeed happen. Command grab's coming out. Akka doesn't use those too often. That's probably going to be... Okay, they're Sentinel Dump. Okay, so for players that that are worried about various wake-up options from Azrael, you can just input 1A, 1B. This is like a nigh universal OS for most characters. If you do that, then you will get 2A, 2B to naturally Gatling, and that will beat Sentinel Dump. And if Azrael goes for his DP, oftentimes the 2A will meaty, and then you will still have enough time to low profile with your character's 2B. So, just as a general note, as we may see Sentinel Dumps come out. But that is not a concern. Moz has finally won their very first TMN BBCF bracket. Akka is no graduate. In fact, they have been sent back to remedial lessons.
So true! Good shit. Well, I'm glad to see Moz be able to win one. That's awesome. Well, congrats to all of top 8. You all did wonderful tonight. Thank you, Tweedo, for joining me. I had a great time.
Man, this was a pretty fun bracket to commentate, I won't lie.
Beginner brackets are always, and intermediate brackets are always really fun to commentate.
it's a very, it flexes different muscles from a commentary perspective.
Definitely. It's like if you ever need to commentate pools, you're down.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
100%. I was going to draw the comparison, but I didn't know a flowery way to say it. But frankly, you putting it very straightforward is better. So
I will always be up front.
Yeah. I guess I guess.
Yeah, do you have anything to bump?
Oh yeah. Boston Blue Beat per usual. We will be having our, if you're in the Boston area, or if you want to stop by the Boston area, we'll be having our monthly on December 16th. This will also be our very first tournament featuring Grand Blue versus Rising. This is going to be 2 days after release, so if you really want to get your games in afterwards, feel free to check that out. We are having our weeklies per usual, so we have Blaze Blue on Mondays, so for any of you graduates that can't participate anymore, or those that want to try out an open format, feel free to plan for that on Mondays, again at 8 p.m. at Boston Blue Beat. And we also have Plus R brackets at 8 p.m. at Boston Blue Beat on Tuesdays. Let's see. I don't have anything else to plug at the moment other than, BBB per usual. For me personally, I release some videos for every now and then. So I have some beginner guides for like Jin, Naoto, and Bullet currently. The next one that I'm planning to work on is a little secret, but I think it'll be a very fun character to work on, mostly because I just get brainworms for like visual effects. Let's see. Other than that, just want to say make sure to thank your TOs. So thank you, Dove, for putting on a bracket. You have been doing a lot of awesome stuff for the beginner and intermediate scenes for anime and a ton of other games. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. You do the same for your local scene and for the overall just BBCF in general in A, and I really appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well we're gonna Madocat, is Madocat streaming?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we'll raid Madocat. I usually let the winner choose who we raid, but okay. Well, good night everyone, and see you on the flip side. Have a good day. Tomorrow we are gonna have Persona, so tune in to see how bad Persona Online is. It could be worse, BBCF players. Okay, bye night.